welcome back to the channel. Are you well? I bet you're looking well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. Absolutely hit that feckin' thumbs up if you do enjoy the content. Comment below if you're watching in the future. Hello. But we're also live, so if you want to join us live, we are here on YouTube and on Twitch. So if you want, you can. If you like, you're very welcome to do so. I'm just making sure that things are actually functioning. We're back to dual streaming again because, you know, I want to see if this actually, you know, does the job that it says it's going to do and nothing will drop out. But the only way we're going to figure that out is if we actually try. Today we're going to be jumping on some Battlefield, but I also want to chat about the latest goss in the game and news, just to see what people's thoughts are. Because it's a lot that's going on in the old news in terms of gaming. Like, there was layoffs going on. We're talking about physical ownership. We're talking about stop killing games. You know, things of that nature as a consumer and a gamer. Especially this day and age. Especially. Well, yeah, throw in your 2 cents. I like to hear either or in the conversation. I'm not here to convince people of changing their minds or anything like that, but it's good to kind of get all perspectives, you know, the kind of way. Even if you're like, it sucks and I want it to be this way, or I like it this way and don't change it, blah blah blah, you know, the kind of way. Oh god, I need to fix myself. Where's me blower? So for those who are on the grind of Battlefield like me, the crack is this week is that the best of 2042, they actually added in the store, in case for those who are kind of in not the know, I will tell you, season 1, season 2 for any of the goodies that you're looking for. Now mind you, I already did my homework, so I grinded a couple of bits, but there is a free piece there for people who haven't claimed it yet. You have 22 hours. So you'll see. Hold on, let me get my own shit together because I'm a bit lashed. Copy this, copy that, copy all the things in that discard. Okay. But yeah, by all means, if you're new to the channel and you haven't chatted yet, you're very welcome to chat. I love an L banter. Hold on, let me just see if I can do this now. Battlefield. I'll find a nice gif. That work? Right. Everyone's been tweeted, repeated, and all the beeping. Himself wasn't well with migraines. Let me tell you something about migraines. I don't get migraines, right? But if I ever did, I want you to put me down, right? Because I've seen it very close up. I've experienced it, and it's not great. It's not great. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Let me just make sure one thing here, that's on and that's on. Oh god, yeah, Jesus Christ. An alert came up for me. I don't know if anyone else, I don't think anyone else can see that. It would be nice if someone else could see it, but I always tell people to let you know there is an incoming ad coming in about 3 minutes time. If you have patience of a saint, I praise you for putting up with any ads. Let me know what they're trying to sell you. I'm very curious. Snakebed got monitors. I have not gotten monitors. I haven't gotten anything physical product wise to sell. It's either been like probably a bit of food that I can't even remember. I think it was like one McDonald's ad at this point, I think, or Burger King was one of them. It's a distance stream, Ben and Jerry's, and all the rest has been fucking Twitch turbo. So, you know, let me know what they're trying to sell you. But at the end of the day, I understand if you are putting up any ads, believe it or not, not everyone can stream or subscribe to the stream, and I understand that. So I appreciate you nonetheless. It does help the stream in every which way. So don't feel like you're not helping, you are, okay? Even tuning in and having the banter with me, that's always good, you know what I mean? So always feel that, okay? Right, let me see here. Now, today. Ugh. I wonder if anyone else has Monday off or something like that. Is it still bank holiday for some people? Feck it, let's go into chaos. Not crazy for it right now. Back over to my girl. Where are we off to though? Flashpoint. Perfect. I have the outfit. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum.
Our attack in this sector is faltering.
It is. Shit, we are very close to this.
Every sector we advance, the
Oh god, it's
fall
mega
back.
large.
Take
Hold
your
on,
objectives and
jeez.
keep the enemy running. All objectives secure. The sector is now under our control.
Oh, blow the arses and ears off people, for sake. Anyway. Oh my god.
Russian troops have mounted defenses. We'll have to fight to take the sector.
Somebody get her? Come on, up we get, up we get, up we get. Down. Might die. Ooh, they are all annoyed. Oh my god, Ray, what are you doing? How come there's no alert? No, stop. Think of the children. What the heck? Ray. What are you doing, you mad joke? Let me know how the quality is. I hope we're not like losing frames or anything like that. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Minimize that for now. Okay.
Our attack on Bravo 1 is underway. You left the engagement area. We need you back.
Come on. There we go. No, stop! Think of the children! Oh, it's good quality. Glad. How was your weekend? Did you do anything over your 4th of July's? Come on, me up. Alright, time to get nasty. No, not towards me. Wanted to go in with C5 and start lashing him out of it. You played custom COD. What did you play on it? Was it like somebody hosted a game, or you jumped into your own game?
Now. We can't take many more losses.
God damn, nice shot though. Oh, someone hosted. Oh. That would have been fun. Holy crap. Let me in. Oh my god, let me in. There. Come on. Damn. Thank you. What is that? And they are just... My dog out there. Damn. Oh, there's no need for this. We gotta push. What was the mode like? Bye bye. Okay, let me see here.
Please return to the engagement area.
Man, I'm gonna die if I don't get my shit readjusted right now.
Return to the engagement immediately.
Man. Mom.
We have nothing left to throw at them. Our plan has failed. All troops have
First game. First game. It's okay. It's the first game. Na 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 na. I never seen it spelled with a H before. Oh my god. Okay, right. So I've been keeping up with the game of Gus. Because obviously I read that and I listen to it when I'm doing stuff around the house and whatnot, right? And like I've been hearing all sides of it because there've been so many layoffs that's been going across the board. Even the father of FPS is going through it as well, John Romero. Shout out to him because him and B is amazing. Friend is amazing, and the lads are going through it over in Galway at the moment. So loads of people are getting affected by all these layoffs all over the place. But there is one article that like caught my eye, and I'm just going to read you the article, right? And this comes in from The Verge, and I will put that in the Discord, so make sure you join it in. Layoff workers should use AI to manage their emotes, says Xbox producer. / I'd be remiss in not trying to offer the best advice I can under the circumstances. Okay, so let's read it. So, okay, the sweep of layoffs announced by Microsoft this week have been especially hard on its gaming studios. But one exclusive producer at Xbox has a solution to help reduce the emotional and cognitive load that comes with the job loss. Seek advice from AI chatbot. In now deleted LinkedIn post captured by Aftermath, Xbox game studio Matt Turnbull said that he will be remiss in not trying to offer the best advice I can under the circumstances. The circumstances here being a slew of game cancellations, services being shuttered, studio closures, and job cuts across key Xbox divisions as Microsoft lay off. Turnbull acknowledged, beg your pardon, my English is just all over the place, that people have some strong feelings, quotations, about AI tools like ChatGPT and Copilot, but suggested that anybody who's feeling overwhelmed, quotations, could use them to get advice about creating resumes, career planning, and applying for new roles. In quotations again, this is a quote. These are really challenging times, and if you're navigating a layoff or even quietly prepared for one, you're not alone, and you don't have to go it alone, Turnbull said. No AI tool is a replacement for your voice or your lived experience, but at a time when mental energy is scarce, these tools can help get you unstuck faster, calmer, and with more clarity. End quote. Microsoft have loudly embraced AI, having announced plans in January to invest 80 billion into AI infrastructure prior to this latest wave of job cuts. That environment might have made Turnbull think his recommendations were reasonable. More broadly, however, generative AI is viewed by some creative as a threat to the creative industry like gaming, which has already struggled with growing layoffs and studio closures over the last few years. I will read the rest of it if anyone else wants to chime in. Yo, Steve! Have fun today. Will do. Lurk away, darling. So many layoffs. So many layoffs. 9,100 layoffs. So a lot of cancellations, a lot of closures, as said there. Obviously enough in my own kind of reading up on the experience, especially around the John Romero's stuff, you know. Pardon. They smell the AI. Think seriously. They hesitate taking a shot. Oh. Hey, that. Bounce it. That works. Right there, right there. Batman, how are you? Hope you had a great weekend. I had a decent weekend, Batman. I had a decent weekend. How was your weekend? Did you do anything interesting at all? AI is literally the worst thing gaming has tried to use to create anything, including games. I was giving out on threads and someone turned around to me and was like asking me like, how the hell is the AI situation similar to like shit that's getting on in Hollywood? How do you think that's sorted? I was like, it's not sorted. It seemed sorted, as in it's a beginning. Maybe I'm not communicating right, but no but about that. With saying this, should I say, is that it is concerning. It's a fact that when we're looking at the AI situation, as you know, benefit as it may be, there is the question of a lot of people asking about what the future is going to be like in terms of gaming, you know. And if anything, like with the article that The Verge is writing in there, kind of, it does not help to solidify even more of my concern of how the direction is going in terms of creativity for the likes of gaming. Believe it or not, some people out there don't think gaming is an art form. I believe it is. It's a form of entertainment like movies can be. You know what I mean? They're not overly similar, but they are quite similar. The only difference is that a story is being told to you, whereas we're controlling the story as how it could go, depending on that story, mind you, and how it's built. But still, it's an option of a bigger creativity, in my opinion, as well, to have that control as well, to be immersed in the story. That makes sense. And let me know, like, you know what I mean, like, throw in your rebuttals. I love having the conversation. I'm not here to fight with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to have a better understanding of this, and I only know so much information. You know what I mean? So I don't know everything, but still, it doesn't take away from my passion for it, for the art form. Like, and the only thing I'm getting really concerned about is that I'm seeing all these layoffs, and then we're seeing stories about the likes of, like, Concord's a great example of something that's getting cancelled, all the way down to the stuff that was going on with Marathon. Like, in terms of the gamers' trust is very much getting eroded. because of these factors. Like, for any, like, if you look at some, I hate to get very dramatic with this, but, like, if you look at any investigation when it comes to, like, an air crash investigation, right? Sometimes it's not just one thing that would just, you know, cause the one thing to happen. Sometimes it's a number of factors that line up with all the holes in the cheese, you know what I mean? Like, everything's just starting to line up, right?
Alpha
Where
One
it's
attack
starting
by
to
our
be
forces.
to the point where it's like, again, this is my own 2 cents. Whereas,
We need to rethink our strategy.
not only as a content creator but as a gamer, that I feel in my situation, I have to wait. There's no more like the fun of a launch, because there is maybe a patch 1 update, or there's too many there could be's for me to be excited anymore about a project that could be coming out. And the only way I can rely on my excitement when it comes to some projects is heavily on indie developers, guys that aren't tied to all too much of everything else, you know, depending highly depending, right? Very highly depending, because like it really does depend. But it's like I'm starting to have more trust into looking forward to like a project that I've not fully have any really gameplay or idea about, and just seeing the process as it goes along, and kind of getting glimpses and ideas, and eventually some kind of taste of it, some kind of like some kind of product, something visible, something tangible in a direction before it's released. I have more excitement about looking at roadmaps of games than I do thinking about the next launch of whatever. It's the idea, if I can watch the roadmap of it and see the progression of it in a way, like how the bread is made in a way, I'm gonna trust fully I can eat the bread. Does my analogy confuse people? Please let me know. Like, or if I am, because again, it's just, again, this is the whole like I want to know how the bread is made as well. Do you know what I mean? Not only how it will taste. I mean, you can tell me how it'll taste all day long, but I want to see how the bread is made. Is there some tender love and care in it? You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Me and my fucking analogies. Sorry, but anyway, Liquid, how are you, darling? You get it, right? Yeah, hopefully I'm not like, you know, throwing anyone out the window. We're also live on YouTube at the moment as well. If you want to open up an L tab and support me that side by hitting the thumbs up and seeing if you can hit the leaderboard, because we now have a leaderboard on YouTube and it's fully integrated, you know what I mean? So like has like top fans, da 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 da. Like, it's kind of mad. But anyway, we'll continue on reading, shall we? Again, I'll drop in the article into Discord for people to know what the crack I'm reading about as well.
Make some trouble.
It's okay, so you can read the full text of the deleted post below. For those who are tuning in, I'm just reading an article from The Verge, and the title, I'll have you know, says, "Laid off workers should use AI to manage their emotions," says Xbox producer. I, in quotes, "I'd be remiss in not trying to offer the best advice I can under the circumstances." So I've read already some of it where it talks about, like, you know, the fact that there's layoffs happening of 9,100 things happening across the board in Microsoft. Like, so, you know, studio closures, cancellations, you know, things of that nature, right? So this is the exact quote that Aftermath captured on LinkedIn, that The Verge has posted. So, it says, in quotes, "These are really challenging times, and if you're navigating a layoff or even quietly preparing for one, you're not alone, and you don't have to go it alone. I know these types of tools engender strong feelings in people, but I'd be remiss in not trying to offer the best advice I can under the circumstances. I've been experimenting with ways to use LLM AI tools like ChatGPT and Copilot to reduce the emotional and cognitive load that comes with job loss. Here are some prompt ideas and use cases that might help if you're feeling overwhelmed. Career planning prompts. Act as a career coach. I've been laid off from role at..." And then he literally gives the actual command prompts of what you should use in GPT or Copilot to help you, in his words, reduce the emotional and cognitive load that comes with job loss. This is an Xbox producer. So anyway, I will put the rest into Discord right now. So if you want to have a good read of it, it is quite a read, and it's kind of like, this is the notion I have in my head when I'm like, I'm sure like someone out there is like, I'm sure that the person was being kind. You know what I mean? I'm sure that they were being like honest with their you know, with what they were trying to do. But it's a case of like, read the room.
Alpha 2 has been lost.
Big chillin', just upgrade your PC. That was a nightmare, solid Windows. Oh my god, are you up to 11 now? Yeah.
Guard your objectives. If we lose this sector, we will...
If we lose this sector, we are...
But we
No.
must deplete the enemy's resources.
Objective secured by enemy forces.
100 meters.
Yeah.
Hostile.
She's just dropping babies, is she? Okay. Getting wrecked here. Like, we wouldn't win the other matches, but like, we're getting wrecked here.
We must defend that objective. Got another.
Who are you? Who is she? Ah, who are they?
Hostile. Target there.
Close. Not close enough.
Enemy soldier marked. No.
Right there, lads. Nice one. I was this lad. I would be on the left. There.
Enemy helo sighted. 250 meters.
Oh. Come down to me.
Hostile. One of the infantry.
Oh, I forgot I have one of those. Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm her. I forgot I'm Sundance. I thought I was, what's her face? Glasgow. You're one. Shit. Oh, that's gonna be silly.
They're expending resources, but we need to weaken them further. We've lost control of Alpha 1.
Lads need to go in, but I don't think they're gonna go in. I'm just gonna wait it out and just see what the crack is. Yeah, there's no crack. Pretty much need to take out those lads. Nah, that's the worst advice, because human therapy with real people is better AI. Will never replace humans, and we humans program AI. That person is treating AI like it's Sentinel. Oh, like Sentinel? It's not, and it's... If it is, it should be destroyed because it's dangerous. Jesus, that was a spiral, Ray. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. No, I understand that. Like, it's, like, I can understand what we're talking about when it comes to using AI as a tool, right? Like, helping, productivity in terms of you working towards something. But it's also... a conversation around the tool being like, helps you reduce your workload. But when it comes to like emotional offsetting, if that is the recommendation now, like, we're all having this conversation about, like, when it comes to even having therapy as, like, generated by AI, or your medicine, or your, like, you know, stuff like that of that nature. When it comes to the, like, the really importance of shit I missed.
Marking a hostile.
I think I need to be Blasco right now.
Marking hostile vehicle. 70 meters away from my position.
Hell out of here, girl.
Enemy vehicle sighted.
Get out of that garden, indeed.
Hostile. 200 meters. Danger located.
Ah,
Tango
take.
sighted.
Let me just breathe for a second. Oh, it's dead.
Multiple hostiles. 200
They're
meters.
drawing on reinforcements. It's
Oh.
progress.
Hello? She's still there. Well, she is.
Enemy fire team. 250 meters.
Oh, here.
We have objectives. He's under
Tango on my
attack.
mark.
In.
Hostile. There's one this
Good
way.
luck. Are you serious? Come on. Go on. You're all upset with me. Come on. Oh, I'm coming back for yous. Oh, I don't like that at all. Cheeky, cheeky monkeys. I will eat you alive. Hey Lisa, welcome back. How are you? Are you well? I bet you look well. Jump in, say hi, let us know what you're wearing, especially if you're on YouTube. I think it'd be rude not to. It's up to yourself. How's the quality? Let me know. If anything is dropping out or freezing. I feel like it could be. Just want to be sure. Says everything is healthy. Everything apparently is healthy. Chip! Oh my god, Chip, I didn't see you there. Good morning. God damn it. How are things? Sorry, I'm running into the wind here. I'm hunting rabbits.
Our troops have lost an objective.
She knows I'm coming back and coming back. She knows that, doesn't she? Boom, boom. She knows. Babe. There we go.
Enemy transport. Far away.
Boom, 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 boom. Is anyone up there? Yeah, there is.
Enemy infantry.
700.
The enemy is at 50% strength.
Too high. Always weird with the angles.
Enemigo. Con distance.
I want you to come closer. Check me out.
Hostile tag.
Alright. Bollock. Close.
Hostile soldier.
Sector lost. We planned for this. We will defend the objectives in the next.
I didn't plan for this. No worries. You're busy popping heads. I'm trying. That's the difference. Any news with you? Any gas house things? How's the weather? How's your 4th of July? How's the missus? Is she well? I bet she looks well. She always looks well. I bet she does. That's why you love her. Anyway, not only that, she's amazing, but still.
We must hold them here as long as possible.
An AI can give the definition of anger, but it will never tell you how anger feels because it never feels any emotions. Suppose.
We have a breach at one of our objectives.
Is he dead or alive? What are we doing? Would ya?
Aquí. Far away.
Look at that! Hey girls. If she's gonna sit up there all day, I'm in.
Enemy infantry.
Oh, I'm in.
Stop it! Return to the engagement.
Return to the engagement? Alright, let me get an idea of this guy. Oh god. Liquor there, hold on.
Aquí. Distance.
I got nervous. Unless she's shifting, am I stupid? No, she's shifting.
One of our objectives is under attack.
Come on, dude.
Far away.
Is that her there? Yeah, you know what? My head is already baked into these lads up here. To be
Enemies
honest.
on my radar. Long distance.
We have lost control over objective.
I know you can see me now. Come on. A little inch up there.
Hostile fire team.
You can't hold them any longer. Fall back and mount your defense in the next sector.
Haha! Ah! Chase me!
Hostile soldiers. Far away.
Too high. God damn, it always feels like
Moving up.
oh somebody took her out. Come on.
Hostile squad here.
Regroup here. Guard your new objectives. The enemy has taken a heavy blow.
Long distance. Hostile fire team.
I'm going for them. I want to go further away. Is there a car? Is there a bike? No. She's well. Fort was good. Been hot here. Oh yeah. Lately though, today is supposed to be cooler. Oh, hopefully it'll just cool down for you. So you know what I mean? I seen what happened in Texas. My heart goes out to everyone out there that's experienced that flood. Only came across it because of Sky News talking about 2 little girls in it, especially. It's awful news. Let me see here.
You've left the engagement.
Hostile soldier. Distance. Ammo there.
Am I hitting a pole behind him? Feels like I am.
Hostile. Far away.
500 meters is usually like here for me. You know, because the bullet drop as well. But the bullet drop's not going, so
Hostile tag.
I don't know what I'm shooting anymore. Excuse the shift. Yes, arsehole.
Enemy infantry. 100 meters.
U.S. troops assaulting one of our objectives.
I'm married to the idea up here, actually.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Certainly is, bitch. How are you? It's like 3 lads up there. What is happening? Oh, they're behind a fucking thing. Look at that. How was your weekend, sweetheart?
Engagement area.
Was it good?
Delta 2 under attack by the enemy.
I want to get the big lads in the back. And I will go far.
Located.
Delta 1.
Southwest.
Trying to remember. It's 4.5. It's 2. 4.5. I'm gonna have to remember this off the top of
They
my
have
head now.
expended half their resources.
That's okay. I'll buy you new ones. It's fine.
You're no use out there.
Yeah, I know I'm no use out there. Yeah, it's grand. How am I? I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's
Hostile striking at Delta 2.
I'm not. I'm fine. Raging. Hello, darling. Hi. Hello on YouTube. I'm all right. Mio, on the other hand, my God, yeah, Jesus Christ, I knew there was some chatter. I had to do that, which is so. For those who don't know, I have a cat. I have 2 baby cats, but like you know, the I don't know, it just feels like it's just off, you know. It doesn't feel like I'm shooting properly at all. Let me just see what I'm hitting here. Okay, cool.
We've
So
lost
that's
control of one of our
over
objectives.
2.5. So what is parked up there? Is it the bike?
Enemy
Hostiles have
Hostile
secured
key.
an objective.
Long distance.
Damn. Ran out of bullets. Man, oh man. Yeah, so on Friday night, was it Friday night? Yeah, it was Friday night. Just before bedtime. I was downstairs and I have a little cat door on the back of my house and a little kind of enclosure area for my cats to kind of run around in safely without running down the streets and getting struck by cars and shit like that, right? And
We have a breach at one of our objectives.
so my cat, Mio, growliest, grumpiest hole, decided before it was time for bed to go outside there, right? And as usual, what I kind of do is I wait for him, you know, until he's ready and he'll come back in, right? And he taught it out like it was any other day. But when he came back in, he was growling. He was not walking properly. And he kept like lying down on the ground, you know. But he was limping. And so he's not walking properly at all. And you can imagine how freaked I am because he just walked out the door. There's nothing going on outside. He can't get anywhere else. And he comes back in, pissed, sore. Me sitting here, uber concerned, right? So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So every time he comes near me, obviously he's like trying to walk over to you. He's trying to get up onto the couch. He's trying to get up the stairs, but he's going over towards me constantly, growling and hissing. Because obviously he hurts and I can't do anything about it at that moment. And I'm trying to figure out, I was like, what the hell did he do that he hurt himself? And then he was like, a little bit of heavy panting because he's obviously exhausted from growling and shouting at everyone that's not even near him, you know, for like a full hour straight. And I was up until like 4 or 5 in the morning on the Saturday. Or on the, into the Saturday morning, wondering if my cat is going to be okay. And then the next, like, because I called ahead to emergency places, seeing what the crack was, you know, like, well, like, if he's still kind of like, you know, he's eating and drinking and stuff, you're kind of okay with that, but just keep an eye on him, and if you feel like he's in more distress, let us know, you know? So, I just spent all of the weekend just eyeballing my cat. Getting really concerned because every time he tried to climb his cat tree, he would be stuck, you know, and then he'd be extra pissed because he's not independent as much because, you know, his leg hurts or his, you know, he's in pain. He doesn't want to, he doesn't want that restricting him. And so it was a tough weekend. Felt like I was just eyeballing the cat all weekend just to make sure, A, that he's alive. Yeah, so that was tough. Hey, Haunted, welcome back. How are things?
Enemy is assaulting Echo 1. You left the main book.
Don't know who's in this car with me, but we're going for it. I see that's a tank back there. Is he okay now? He's doing much better. Sunday he was in much better humor. He was he still continued eating and drinking. He wasn't hissy arse or fucking growling or of that kind of nature, you know, kind of way, but the just keeping an eye on him while he's trying to climb on things was freaking me out the most, you know?
There's nowhere left to run. We have failed.
Because he would try and climb up in his tree, right? And I know, I get it. I'm a stubborn arsehole too. I get it. I don't want to be like told, like, especially when I'm sick. Oh my god, I hate being told that I can't do something when I want to do something, and my body's like, you're not doing something, but my mind is like, I'm going a mile an hour, like by 100 at this point. But anyway, but he would get up. He'd be like, oh, I'll get up here, and then he'll just stop, cause like there's only so much energy he can pull up from his top legs, right? But it was his back leg on the left that was at him. So every time he tried to do this, and he's trying to pull the other leg, it would hurt. And so I had to literally just guide him up so he could sit on his pedestal for at least 4 hours. And then he would for me to come over and try and get him down as well. Because eventually he'd be trying to get down. Yeah, it's a whole thing. the fucking, oh my god, the stairs. The stairs was a whole thing as well. So, but he's okay now. So far, so good. As long as he's eating and drinking, his humor is picked up dramatically. Yesterday, because I was freaked. I was so freaked, and I hate that. I don't want that feeling. I want to be sure about something and be like, right, this is what's happening. I don't like the uncertainty, especially when it comes to your animals. Ugh, don't like that at all. It's the helplessness, you know. So it was tough. And the funnier thing was, while this was going on, my other cat Lando was freaked out. His eyes were like the size of dinner plates, and he was like, I don't know how to feel about any of this. I'm very, very scared right now. But yeah, he's getting there. Yeah, he's doing better. That's the main thing. That's the main thing at the end of the day. Because, you know, I love my baby cat, and I don't know, like, I don't know how I feel if something really bad happened to him. I don't know. Okay, let's all be fair. I wouldn't be smiling, that's for sure. Yeah, sucks not knowing and worried. This is it. Like, oh, did I share that? I didn't share that. Did I share that article in Discord so you can read it? I did. Yeah. I'm waiting between games, so I'm gonna read some Google News where it compiles all my stuff that I like to read together. There was more. Oh, yes. Okay, that's an interesting one that we would I'd like to talk about, because I think it's interesting when it comes to this situation. Let me see just how long the article is. It's very long. Alright, I'll hold off for it. Yeah, okay, right. This is a good article, because I was reading up about this as well, and the conversation's been peeling through, because obviously I'm talking about like the layoffs, and with the layoffs that are happening around Microsoft, 9,100 of them, so closures, you know yourself, all this cancellation stuff, right? So this comes in from Windows Central. They only updated this today. Xbox says all the games shown in the 2025 showcase are still coming, but why should we believe them? Which is a very fucking good question. Excuse the language. But it is. It's a very, very good question. Because of, like, and again, I'll read part of this article as well. This past week has been a bloodbath for the upcoming Xbox catalogue, making it hard to take promises at face value. Well, isn't that just facts? You know what I mean? Like, it's...
We have assigned your contract to assist
like, I'm not...
of the Thousand Petals Coalition in Chile.
I don't think I'm the only one that feels that as well. And I said this earlier. Again, I can't trust... Or should I say, I've lost trust. I can't even say I can't trust. It's not a case of believing. I've lost it. I had trust, and now it's gone. You know what I mean? I have lost trust. Again, as a gamer, as a consumer, that when I purchase my game, I'm not purchasing a game, I'm just getting the right to play it. Okay? I don't actually own the game, right? Because that's the tone we're setting right now. Okay? Hold on, let me get me shit together. Maybe I should concentrate. Hold on. I'm waiting for Reaper to come in because I wanted to mention the video that I watched about thing. Oh my god, I get very distracted in the game. Oh! Anyway, so the when it comes to actually saying exactly what Windows Central said, the amount of there's a load of games that were announced, but like, why should we believe that they're coming? Because of these cancellations and all this other stuff that is going on. Again, it's a case of like, you're purchasing a game and you want to play it day one. Okay? Now to you and me and everyone else, it should be that relatively straightforward. Yes? Yes. But the thing is that when you're playing a game that's day one, like for example, Mythic, Reaper watches as well. He was pointing out the fact that he has like 3 physical games, but they're not actually like, you know, these are not really physical games at all. You know, of actually having the actual storage or the actual data on the game itself and what have you. Right? So like at this day and age when it comes to launches, you're waiting for a day one launch patch or something is a bit wonky and they hope to have it repaired by the end of the week. Set example here of just not having a satisfying experience on launch. Now, not saying not all games have it. Hashtag not all games. But that's where I'm feeling the trust is being lost. Is because I'm having this experience more often than I should be. In my opinion. In my experience. But again, it's really... It's really anything's better right now. Hey, 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 hey! Christ on us. Is she coming at us?
Hostile incursion at Alpha 1.
Where the hell is she? Holy shit, it's a tank. Okay, cool.
I believe they have expended half of their resources.
Ah, I wanted to take his little lad off him. That's as if you are new to chat, jump in, say hi, let us know what you're wearing. I think it'd be rude not to. It's up to yourself, like. I think it'd be rude not to, but, you know. Okay, the health is good here. I just want to see what the health's like on the other side here. Cool. This one? I can never remember where this is. So, are we on vacations? Are we doing anything nice for the July? No?
Alpha 1 under assault.
Oh, let me just see here. Where's the health analytics? Stream. I'm having bitrate drops. Okay. The lads in stream at the moment, I know there's only a handful of us right now, so if you have the 2 cents, let me know how the quality of the stream is. Can you? Because I'm doing the dual streaming and I'm literally giving Streamlabs the lastest of all chances at this point, because I'm kind of like, I'm probably going to see if I can do it through the cloud rather than through the app, because I don't know if the app is the problem. But yeah. Oh, Kane, hi! Good morning. How are you? Are you well? Give me some kills. I gotta concentrate. We're actually winning this, are we? Nice.
One of our objectives has been targeted.
No, raging. There. I got you covered. Oh, you son of a... Not mine, I got it. Got him? Or somebody got him. Oh, you're with me. Sorry. I just shot him in the head.
You have defeated them into retreat. Excellent work. Mission accomplished.
I will be once I get me copy into me. Do it. You won't do it, no walls. But okay, let's read the rest of the Windows article. We're waiting for the next game, I guess. But it's an interesting read. Okay, so for those who are interested, Windows Central put out an article there today. Xbox says all the games shown in 2025 showcase are still coming, but why should we believe them? And this article was done by Cole Martin. So this past week has been a bloodbath for the upcoming Xbox catalog, making it hard to take promises at face value. In the mid-June, the Xbox Game Showcase highlighted the new slate of Xbox titles that was widely celebrated by the community. Now the fates of some of those games hang in the balance after previous announcements titles were abruptly cancelled as Microsoft cuts costs to bolster its investment in AI. Microsoft insists all recently revealed games are safe from the chopping block, including titles like Obsidian's Outer Worlds 2, Clockwork's Revolution, and Grounded 2. Double Fine's Keeper and Black Ops 7 are also in the lot, though even Call of Duty's team weren't safe from Microsoft's hatchet. And then in quotes was, what's the point of even looking forward to these announcements and showcases if the games just unceremoniously disappear once the corporation shareholders demand to see the line go up as the closing bell tolls? Which is a fair question. Head of Xbox Game Studio, Matt Booty, that's Booty, so in case anyone's like, Booty, that's literally the name, confirmed there are more than 40 games still in development, but feels impossible to put faith in any Xbox IP at this point, especially when it comes to titles we haven't seen in a while, like Fable and State of Decay 3. So, the most recent wave of layoffs brutally slashed the company's workforce by approximately 9,000 employees, adding to the recent layoff spree in May that wiped out an additional 6,000 jobs. Microsoft homegrown studio, The Initiative, was shut down in the bloodbath. The studio closure brought the cancellation of the reboot of Perfect Dark, which was in production with the assistance from Crystal Dynamics. Perfect Dark was billed as a higher budget quadruple A game, not triple A, quadruple, that means 4 A's, okay? Quadruple A game that had all the right mix of exciting modern gameplay and visuals, coupled with all the sweet nostalgia you could possibly ask for. The game was officially revealed in 2020, but has been mostly silent since a gameplay trailer dropped in 2022. Despite the slow development, all the cards were on the table for Perfect Dark to revive the beloved franchise and add a new tentpole to the Xbox lineup. This week's unapologetically cruel deduction in the workforce by the world's most valuable company, which in currently teetering on the cusp of being valued at, drumroll, 4 trillion, beg your pardon, dollars. That's a lot of zeros. Left behind the cold, dead body of Forza Horizon. Forza Motorsports has historically been one of Xbox's big 3 franchises along Halo and Gears. While the Forza Horizon series remains untouched, seeing Motorsport get the chop after serving as much as an important franchise is alarming. At very least, the Motorsport cancellation should drill into all of us that there are no sacred cows at Microsoft. Love a game at your own peril. I'll read the rest of this in a bit. So there you go. So that's coming in from Windows Central. I'll pop that into Discord as well.
We have enemies attacking Alpha 1. Hold your ground and fall back to the next sector if you're overrun. We need to make this attack too costly for the Russians to sustain.
He's down here.
Ignore last call.
What do you see, buddy?
Hostile soldier, far away.
Oh!
Fire team.
Oops. Fly me to the edge. Let me get back up on the wall. Right. Afternoon, Vetter. How are you? How are things? Are you good? It's Monday. We're chilling. Chilling like a villain on penicillin. So I'm thinking this Friday we might do something a little bit special. If that's okay with some. This guy.
Hostile chopper mark. 250 meters.
See any lads? Can you see lads?
Hostiles closing in.
We've secured Alpha 2. Just lost control of an objective.
Bad feeling. Long distance.
Bad feeling everywhere, girl. We got bad feelings.
Enemy info. infantry! Also supply!
They're weaker than when they started. Keep hitting them.
Distance! Tango there!
Feel like
Taking a hostile.
Hostile tag!
They're attacking one of our objectives.
crap. Why is that dead on? Where's the bullet drop?
Multiple tangos!
That guy's gonna come looking for me. I don't blame them. Raging, what are you looking at?
Objective
What are you? Oh, and you're looking at your man? Cool. Alright, what am I staring at? Oh, somebody's clickety clackety cluking.
Hostile fire team! Tango there! Flag the hostile! Long distance!
See her there? I don't know if she's gonna come back. I hope she does.
Enemigo justo aquí!
They've expended roughly 50% of their resources.
Enemy group there!
She's in the
Distance!
behind there. There we go.
Hostile spotted at Alpha 1.
Hostile tag!
That guy there.
Multiple tangos tag! Hostile soldier!
Right there. Good job. Oh! Son of a bitch. Rossi, good morning. How are you? Oh, you're driving to... Oh, you mechanics to pick up your work vehicle. Oh, is it a new one? Or like a fancy one? Or is it something to ride around the airport? Is it one of those little dingy go-kart peel looking things? Yeah. God, I love one of those myself. Never mind anyone else.
Need to retake it.
Our enemy is assaulting Alpha 1.
Fight the shit out of me.
Enemy infantry!
Where is she at? Oh my god, where's she at?
Mark the threat!
Yeah, do you see her?
Last order. Tango there!
There, now they got it. They got to see her now, right? Look at that flying Asia.
Vehicle marked!
Come on.
We hold Alpha 2.
Where's she, Alta? Those guys are like...
Enemigo justo aquí! Enemy on radar!
Our troops have kept the Russians away from the objective.
Do you see her, Raging? Do you see her? Right over there, look.
Tango here! Fire
Right
away.
there. Being a cheeky arsehole.
Move to secure.
Enemy infantry!
Come on.
Enemy soldier marked. Long distance.
Where? Oh.
Hostile soldier!
Oh, someone's running after her now. Look at that.
Enemy device set by markers. Ground troops.
I don't see it. Hold on.
Tango on my mark. At some distance. Our troops continue to hold off the Russian
Here.
attacks.
Oh, she ain't impressed.
Hostile tag!
That don't impress me much. Sure, you got the skills, but yeah, have the touch. Thanks, buddy.
Tango there! Enemy armor here! Enemigo justo aquí! Far away!
See if we can finish her. Somebody did. Someone's gotta. Oh, she went running, bless her.
Hostile soldier!
Oh, look at that. Traffic jam.
Tango there!
When you're already late to whatever.
On my mark. Long distance.
I don't even think that the,
Enemigo justo aquí!
Is she looking for you, is she?
Alpha out control
Tango
Alpha 2.
spotted!
Master main, whatever your hell it is. I'm doing okay, Rossi. I'm doing alright. Mio had a bit of a spill over the weekend. I'm still like antsy about her. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Concerned. Just someone, I don't want my cat to die. You know what I mean? And dramatic as that may sound. Oh no, I didn't miss any message. Okay, cool. But I've been doing some light reading. Do you think these guys are gonna head on back? Yeah. They're gonna look for you up there. Right on! Shit! Right on! Right, come on. We're gonna take these guys out for dinner and see if we can never call them again.
Ineffective in the sector.
What the?
Russians coming in fast. Hold the sector. Defend the objectives.
Okay. Right, hold on. You better. We're going up, 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 up.
Hostile tag!
Wouldn't it be nice if I could and you?
Resupply here! Hostile soldier! Listen!
Rambo!
Hold on!
Put that in the back there. Right, let me see what we got.
Attention. Témoin 60 secondes avant le démarrage de la séquence de lancement.
Ammo that way!
Je répète.
Hostile attacking objective
Down
Bravo
there!
1.
60
Far away!
secondes.
Defenses are holding. The Russians cannot seem to penetrate them.
Hey, hey, thanks, buddy.
The enemy can... I owe you! Enemy infantry! Long distance!
Yes.
For the spare seat! Hostile tag!
Looks like it's rather close.
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives.
Oh, she is looking for you, man. See that? Wonder who's blinking. Hold on, let's see. Who's blinking? Who's blinking? Who's blinking? Look, come on. Have a look at me. Oh, they're across the white. There we go. There we go. She's in the house.
Southwest!
Enemy
Mark
soldiers
the
there.
threat!
There. There. There, right there, right there. I see her.
Lighting them up!
She's in the house.
Marking date.
She's going in and out of that house.
Tango there! Distance!
Be in and out of that house.
Hostile
We've
tag!
lost the objective.
Flag the
Got that
hostile!
rock. She's still there. Yeah, she is. Over the outside.
Enemigo justo aquí! Far away! Multiple tango
Oh, she got a me.
Lost. We'll keep fighting deeper inside.
Yeah, I
Fall
see her.
back.
hostile! Long distance! Hostile soldier!
She's still strolling, is she? She is. Who are you? What is happening over there?
Visual on enemy!
We'll try to hold the sector. Russians on their way. Objective
Do you
set.
see her?
Protect them.
What is happening? Everything all right there, Raisin? Your man's having a bit of a mare, is he?
Charlie 1 under assault.
Bit of a nightmare, yeah?
Tag the
She's
threat!
still there.
Distance!
100%. She just gave up, did she? No.
Enemigo justo aquí! Far away! Hostile tag!
Ah, I was hoping to get her, but I didn't. I'm taking fire here. That's the last. If you are enjoying the content, don't forget to feel free to jump in and say hi. I think we're rude not to, but it's up to yourself. I'm not gonna.
One of our objectives.
I'm not going to be all up in your face and be like, you gotta do what I wanna do because this is what I do. Right, here we go.
If we can continue to hold off the Russian attacks, we may have them beat.
Take them! No, Pat! Today is ours!
Is she still down there, is she? No.
The
Way.
plate's right there! Hostile zone jet! Long distance! Tango here!
Oh my god, take her down! How are things? Thanks so much for this did.
Objective Charlie.
Right here on Twitch, it's real, it's live, it's happening where? Break it down. How are things with you, darling? Oh, well, we'll forget about that. How are things? Are you good? Are you well? I bet you look well.
You stopped the Russian attack. Well done.
I did not stop anything. Was
Site will
that
be safely in our hands for another
Raging? Was
day.
that guy going to town on you? Right, we better get out of this lobby because it seems like we're in the same group over and over and over and over. Do you want to do some, you know, hazard zone, highway to the. If you're down with it, that's all right with you. Okay, hold on. Let me read the rest of the article. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so where am I at? So this is an article that I'm reading from Windows Central about all the daily haps of what's going on, and Microsoft saying like, yeah, we're gonna like everything that you see in the showcase that's happening is gonna happen, but the question is now is like, why should we believe them? Which is a fair question. So let me continue on reading there. Call of Duty Studios, Raven Software, High Moon, and Sledgehammer Games also took a beating with layoffs. Even Call of Duty's Black Ops 7 is eyeing a fall 2025 release. This is crazy. Microsoft acquired Call of Duty publisher Activision, Blizzard
For
King,
free!
ABK. Well, not for free. They didn't acquire for free. Sorry, hold on. Jesus. They acquired it for free. No, they didn't. They did not. They didn't acquire it for free. So, they acquired it in 2022 actually. And engaged in a multi-year battle with regulating bodies around the globe before finally sealing the deal. Call of Duty Warzone, the free-to-play battle royale, has struggled throughout 2024 and 2025 due to ongoing battles with proprietary anti-cheat system and player dissatisfaction with the state of the game. There are rumours that if the return of Verdansk in Warzone 2.0 failed to boost player engagement with the game, we may not see a future with Warzone 3.0. While I initially scoffed at the thought that the entire future of Warzone could weigh so heavily on the launch of one season's content, these cuts have shown me that the future of even blockbuster franchises like Call of Duty isn't safe. Call of Duty brings in millions of dollars in revenue annually, and it is a major blockbuster franchise. But even if the future looks bleak, with Microsoft freely cutting into the teams that manage to just barely keep things running as it is, Xbox owned Activision has a multitude of high-level job openings listed. Even after the pink slip massacre of July 2025, listed includes 2 producer roles for Call of Duty, a monetization director, and a multitude of art and programming base openings. Xbox Studio Rare, another team absolutely cloaked in nostalgia, also felt the sting of the layoffs and lost big names. I'll continue on reading that in a bit. Blitz, morning! How are you? Throw in your 2 cents. I want to know.
Rooting for you. Find those
Oh man, I'm not wearing the right gear. Do I look fat in this? Oh my god. Fabulous. PH, baby. Okay. I don't think that dude's alive.
We need that drive!
Wait a sec. Blitz, Blitz. Good morning, Blitz. Warzone died for me a long time ago.
There's gotta be drives out there. Keep looking.
Already, like, this is the thing as well. Like, what was your experience that like the game's just dead for you? What was it that you're like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore? If you and that goes out to anyone. If you were, I'm not saying like Battlefield's better than Call of Duty. I'm not doing any of that bullshit right now. I'm not 16 anymore. Clearly, I may have the height of an 8-year-old, but I'm not. Oh shit! Guy in front of me.
We can send you support.
Jesus. Babo, Babo, Babo.
Uplink in place.
It's up there. Not anymore. Is our guy gonna be okay? I don't know where he's at.
Hold dry. Reloading.
Hostiles are calling for reinforcements. I advise you to stop their signal if you can.
Enemy group there.
Data drive secure. One for the collection. Occupying forces.
I'm an HE bomb. Is that normal? Genie Mac.
Ground forces. They won't like us being on their territory.
Nuh-uh. Oh god, I'm stuck in a wall. I'm trying to see if there's any, like... Oh, yeah, no thanks. There.
Hands out.
Ho 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 ho.
Capsule's coming down. Grab the data drives inside when it hits ground.
Oh, we got a guy up on top of the fucking thing, look.
Hostile activity.
Top of the blah, 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 the building, the rocket, the thing. The hell? Why is he floating side to side? Do you see this shit? Am I just having an absolute... Am I having a mare?
They called in reinforcements. Put down that signal if you want to stop it. Enemy reinforcements en route. You should be able to see their signal.
Well,
Extraction aircraft's incoming. Should arrive in a few minutes.
oh,
Drive is nearby.
Another data drive secured.
I know for a fact that they're here.
Enemigo justo aquí. Distance. Select the hostile.
Link established.
Yeah, I know why.
Grenade.
Go, 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 go. We need that tank. No!
Lucky.
Shit! Oh, shit, the tank.
Hostiles calling reinforcements. You should be able to see their signal.
It's gonna be interesting.
Got another capsule coming in. Should have
What do we have? Do we have a redeploy? What timing?
Transport on my radar!
Just say the word and we'll get you a vehicle. Keep that signal active. Reinforcements on final approach.
The timing. Oh, let me read up. I'll read up in a sec. I'm sorry. Rosefina, you well?
Your reinforcements are arriving on the signal.
Oh my god, where's your message retracted? Oh, I'll never know, Blitz. I'll never know. Why was your message retracted? I wanted to read why you felt things and such. Hold on, give me a second.
Keep an eye on the
Mad,
instructions.
big mad, huh?
Aircraft's closing in.
Alright, let's go.
Hostiles are calling for reinforcements. I advise you to stop their
Right,
signal if you
right there.
Enemy infantry! 50 meters away from me!
Capsule dropping. Data drives aboard.
Target down!
That's all occupied.
Who's gonna get away from that?
Gate. Extraction aircraft. Final approach.
Ooh, someone's behind us.
Mark the threat! Stop!
Yeah.
Another enemy down!
Hostiles are signaling for reinforcements. Look for the signal. Your aircraft is on the ground.
Oh, let me get it.
Drives are in hand.
Danger! 50 meters away from your position.
Right there.
Hostile brute force and extracted from the zone.
Whoop. Call them mates.
Available close by. Enemy reinforcements en route. You should be able to see their signal.
Whoa.
I'm tracking another drive capsule. Dropping fast.
What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Do you see anything? Oh yeah, I see them. Right, go on. I don't know if they'll be able to take us out though. I think they ran. Ah! Guess not!
Got a vehicle ready whenever you request it. Watch out. Those are occupying forces. They're calling reinforcements. Call that signal if you want to stop it. Occupying forces have a vehicle in play. You're close to it. Keep an eye out.
Oh! There she is! Loaded them. Right, here we go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You know these people are going to be back, right? Oh, shit.
Another capsule full of exercise is moving in.
Alright. Oh, boy. No. Whoa!
Hostiles are calling for reinforcements. I advise you to stop
I don't even know where the hell they... I know where they're at. They even have a drone in the sky, for God's sake.
Enemy reinforcement signal disabled.
grab his crap and let's go.
Fuel and more drives.
There! Oh, there's definitely a team.
Hostiles signaling for reinforcements. After the signal.
Yeah, over there.
Start wrapping things up. Final extraction aircraft on the way. Hostile activity.
Look.
Try another direction.
There she is up there. She's up on top of the thing. Beautiful. Ruining everyone's game. Then we got 3 minutes. What is that?
There's an uplink close by. Activate it and we can send you some
Got it?
support.
Alright. Oh,
Connection established. Support
let's
you
go.
when you need it.
Wait. I just seen some guy flying. I don't know if there were people though. Okay, hold on, sorry. Let me have a read of this. Oh, sorry, Tink. Oh, you got a phone. Oh, no, you're fine. Sorry, I didn't want to be, I don't want to be in your face. You know what I mean? Oh! No! No! Raging, no! Shit! You know what? At least we killed a bunch of lads. Okay, sorry. Once games like Warzone and Fortnite have to make income with overpriced skins, you screwed. In your opinion, of course. I'd rather buy a DLC for new maps or game content than skins. Yeah, that's the problem with all of this. And I think, I don't know about, I'm not quoting your age by all means. I don't know how many you are, but for myself, obviously, when I was growing up, especially like Call of Duty is probably like a good example of this, of growing up and doing launches and all that other stuff back in the day stuff, that when it came to the content, especially when it came to DLCs and the map drops, right? There was hype around it. There was excitement for it. Do you know what I mean? And that I feel is gone. That's dead. You know, there is no the excitement for something to come that's new, and oh my god, we're gonna get like, you know, zombie maps, and we're gonna get this map, and I can't wait for that, and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? It was quite a different time. Sure, like obviously you're paying your base game, and then if you want the DLCs, I think it was like 20 blips. I want to think it's like 15 to 20 euros at the time. Now this is back in 2006, I want to say, for the DLCs. Now talking about including today's money, real money, it's still expensive. It was still expensive even back then. But the one thing we didn't have was like the over spamming. Again, this is my opinion. The over spamming of monetization, skins, V-Bucks or whatever they like, all this. When it got too much, when it got too spammy and too advertising, you know what I mean? That's where I'm like, I can't do it. My mind, for one, I have ADHD, dude. Like, I'm not expecting everyone to be like, you know, bending backwards for myself or whatever, but I'm just letting you know, like, if I'm not liking it, then you sure as hell know that a bunch of people with ADHD who's similar to myself, not everyone's the same, are not gonna like it too. But never mind that, talking about on a consumer level, when it's too much, you're like, ah, Jesus. And then it could come down to, like, let's look into, not talk, but let's look into the likes of you know the way like for example, to avoid ads, you pay like whatever, and that will support, like for me, for example, the content creator. I'm not saying to do that now or anything like that. I'm just saying, for example, you know the way like if you're paying that kind of subscription basis, like how far off of a Black Mirror scenario that when you go into gaming in a Black Mirror scenario, and I say this Black Mirror scenario, but some Black Mirror scenarios are coming true, but in a Black Mirror scenario, or for those who are kind of just as old as me, is like, you know, anything that's kind of like freaky and weird. What if one day for you to play a game, right? Say for example, oh yeah, it's a free game, but you're gonna have to put up ads, similar to what you do with, you know, probably a free app or something like that on your phone. You know what I mean? That you have to put up ads and and then you're having to buy a subscription so you can skip those ads. Like how far of a stone's throw are we from that being something? You know what I mean? Like it's, and that's what we're talking about when people are talking about where is the trust in gaming. And for me, it's not a case that I don't trust it. It's a case I've lost trust in some of this process, in some of this world. You know what I mean? So the excitement, yeah, exactly. The excitement is gone. But like that's it as well, especially like I hate using Call of Duty as an example. While we're playing Battlefield. I'm not trying to pick sides or anything like that at all. I want to make that perfectly clear. But I'm talking about like, because I was a Call of Duty person beforehand. Milton, by the way, thank you so much for that sub on YouTube. Appreciate you. Throw in your 2 cents as well, by all means. I didn't see you there 6 minutes ago, but I see you now. But this is what I'm talking about, is like the excitement when it starts becoming like a fucking mill. Excuse the language, but still, I'm very passionate about this subject, as you probably tell. When it starts going into like, you know, it's just shooting crap out to get crap out the door. I'm not saying hashtag not all some sort of crap, you know what I mean? I'm having to label this because we live in a world where people are like, it's literal. No, I'm not saying literally, but I'm just saying like when you start taking product and it is every year, right? That no matter what, it's going to be every year. The support system of the previous title, right, means that it's highly reduced. Okay? So if there's any ongoing issues or anything like that could be going on in a previous title, because the new one is coming out, all resources are definitely going to be looked at towards the new one, right? And that's what gets to me, is that once it starts coming into this, like, we're just shooting out stuff just to get stuff out. It erodes the whole, it really does erode the whole process of loving your gaming. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are getting fed up with fucking Marvel. Like, and these guys are not, like, throwing everything every year, but we're talking about multiple things a year. Like, once it's, I don't know what it is, it's, yeah, it's bollocks. Like, that's a technical term I will use. Steam Valve are the ones stopping ads from games. Yeah. Mobile games have already had ads. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure game devs would love to add ads to games. Like if we're talking about monetization, right? And we're sitting down and we're looking at a product, right? Like my professional experience comes around how a consumer navigates through an app and how to make things simpler for the consumer, as well as networking and everything else like that as well, right? So all of this thought process, especially when it comes to the consumer, how the consumer feels, because they're the people that's going to go back and say, I had a great experience, I'm going to buy another piece, or whatever it may be, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's what goes into my head when it comes to this conversation. But if it's a case of you're chucking out stuff with no love, well, limited love, or as much love as a distant father can give, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's attentive. Loving the music. So anyway, I said to her that she can go off because I saw him first. And then she said, oh my god, you can have him. And I'm like, good. So anyway, that's why I'm not talking to my mother. So, things good today, yeah, guys? Loving your suit right now. Looking hot. Raging. Absolutely loving it. in the sense of an external ad, Stephen, yeah. Internal storefront ads are okay, I think, in their TOS. It really, yeah, it depends on the EULA and the TOS and all that, right?
Public established.
Shit.
Photo vehicle!
Down.
Watch out, my marker!
We have a man down.
Gonna have to pick her up.
Feeling good.
Forget I said anything! Possible hostile there!
Threat marked.
Send a ranger my way!
Care package is on its way.
Okay.
Need a vehicle. That's my position. Deploy a vehicle. Danger marked. Marking tango.
Enemigo justo aquí!
They're shooting at someone here, look.
Hostiles calling reinforcements. You should be able to see their signal. Enemy fire team.
Bad feeling!
Got a medic.
Enemy infantry! Hostile! 130 meters away! Visual on enemy! Enemy in range! Hostile soldier!
We're not alone. Someone just swept. Whoa. Wait. Wait. Get behind me.
Friendly down.
No. Oh my god. Where is our teammates?
Many data drives still unclaimed. Hostile present.
Shit.
Enemy reinforcements en route.
Shit.
Be able to see their signal.
Put a video in your Discord. You should check it out after stream. It talks about a topic of ads and Steam blocking them. Okay, grand. Thanks for that.
5,
Annoyed at the company in question who wanted ads were. Oh, was it yay? What?
1, mark.
Every day is school day. But that's it as well. Like at the end of the day, I don't know. Like there's always a nickling conversation for.
Hostiles are calling for reinforcements. I advise you to stop their signal if you can.
There you go.
Scanner picked up a drive!
Getting an ETA from the extraction aircraft.
There, I should put it out.
Few minutes.
Data drive with me!
No, we don't have any lads going to us. There.
Drive is with me!
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Where are you seeing these girls? Girls. Shit. She's right there.
Occupying forces. Line secure. Casing intact.
I just seen some guy running. Is it just me?
There! 90 meters!
Oh my god, I can't see shit right now. Hold on.
Flag the hostile!
Hostile signal
There.
reinforcements. Hostile signal. Friendly down.
Hostile soldier! Bad feeling! 100 meters!
There, I can't even ping her. I'm gonna be smart with this. Hold up.
Good find. Data drive secure. That's another data drive.
God almighty. Hold on. Okay, they're all dead.
Hostiles closing in!
Tracking
Wait.
a capsule entering the airspace. There's data drives inside. Grab them when it hits ground.
Tango there!
Another drive. Nicely done. Another data drive secured. Drive secure. Casing intact.
Enemy infantry! This time!
Man, that car.
Tagged an enemy transport! Hostile transport! Far away!
She's coming in.
Hostiles calling reinforcements. You should be able to see their signal.
Oh no, I can't see her. There, sorry. How's that car?
Hostile troop, fire away. Extraction aircraft moving in.
Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Shit!
Your squad mate has just dropped some data drives.
I dropped my stuff. I found a stunning flat for rent that takes up 2/3 of my salary. I would die for it. Oh my god. How much is it? Jesus Christ, 2/3 of your salary? Is it to... Oh, for rent? Rent? I was like, is it to buy? No.
Got another capsule coming in. Should have more drives on.
Oh my god, you don't haven't seen you in ages.
One of your squad is down.
God damn it.
Drives are in the open. One of your squad mates. Drives.
Alright, I'm alive.
Your aircraft is on the ground. Enemy reinforcements en route. You should be able to see their signal.
I don't like the fact that she paid me in the ears.
I'll get to you! Cancel that.
Drones are here.
Crap.
Coming quick as I can!
Oh, I'm running as fast as I can. Hold on, guys. Guys, guys.
Back to center control. Hostile task force is extracted from the zone. I'm okay now.
I do not like any of this madness. I don't like this madness at all.
Looks useful!
Alright, you're on off to get that. Jesus, we need a car or something. Do you know who's going to be up there?
You need reinforcements, but we can't call in without an uplink.
I need to get smoke.
Keep that signal active.
Doesn't let me either. I can't.
Reinforcements are close.
Oh, you're good.
Gracias!
Another capsule full of data drives is coming in.
Cassie! What about you? Haha! Straight in with the sun! Are you on Twitch? It's real. It's live. It's happening where? Could you break it down? Softly, surely. Never break the stair. Ever. Ever.
The drive at my marker.
That ranger's a threat!
That ranger's just walking around though.
Disregard.
Hostile vehicle on my radar!
That is definitely
Enemy infantry! Far away!
hell did a car go?
Hostile vehicle!
There, she's going for number...
There can't be many more unsecure drives at this point. You're gonna have to hunt them down.
Hostile vehicle on my radar! Long distance! Enemy transport! Tango here!
See if they come up to me.
Enemigo justo aquí! Distant! Enemy vehicle marked!
Whoa! Shit.
Hostiles
Has to be
closing
only a
in!
few data
Far
drives
away!
left unsecured. Better hurry.
Where the hell are you shooting at? Shit.
Multiple tango tags!
Final extraction aircraft on the way. Heading ATA.
Steelers!
Shit, we need to get that car. We need that car.
Enemy vehicle!
Get it, get it, get it, get it, go! We need that car. Thank you so much, Cassie! I really appreciate you so much. For every month I sub, you should send me that many Fanta bottles. So it's a full transaction. Does it look like I'm... What? Does it look like I have that, like, set up? No. Like, what's wrong with you? Unreal.
There's enough link around you.
There.
Perfect. One drive secure. Now on to the next.
Let's go, let's go. We need to get in there. Did he just jump out? She's almost dead. Oh, she's gone. Come on, come on, come on. We gotta go now, now, now. We gotta go. We're gonna miss our flight. We literally have 2 minutes. Not even. Less.
Extraction aircraft is closing in.
Don't know why he's like... I say leave him. $500 we're not too far. Keep going. How am I? I'm doing okay. I'm doing much better today. You know, had a bit of an anxious weekend with the cat. You know yourself.
Secure the zone. Fucking ready to go. Aircraft descending.
Gotta be so careful that frickin' tank.
Occupying forces bringing in armor near your position.
Oh no!
Squad mates just dropped some data drives.
No!
Squad mate down. Their data drives are on the ground.
No!
Secure them. Aircraft has arrived.
Go go go!
Windows closing. Get aboard. You've secured
Go 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 go!
aircraft leaving with or without you.
There, quick, go go! I should have grabbed your man's stuff. Nah, that's them now. Yes!
No, got it all. We'll be
Nice
able
job.
to put those drives to good use.
Nice job. Hello?
You talking about?
Works.
Like me can't work a computer?
Now with hammocks like these. Hold on. Right, let's keep reading, shall we? Oh shit, where's the thing? No, I was just reading. Wait, hold on, where is it? Brother Todd coming in with the what? Bleeding soul countdown. This song coming in from Roosevelt. And break it down. Thanks so much, man, for the resub. 43 months. Holy shit. It's a long time. It's still a long time.
Vale.
Belly. Alright, we'll pop it. I love Hazard Zone. I love Hazard Zone so much. It's my happy place. But the thing is, when it comes to even like Warzone, you know, I can understand where people are kind of like losing their shit. not losing their shit. Well, there is that out there, I guess. But like in terms of yourself, even Blitz, where you're like, you personally have that problem with COD with the amount of hackers and cheaters, and whether they believe it or not, it's going to ruin the game. Do you know what I mean? Like £995, about thousands. God, can you not like? Can you not find someone that like half the rent with you or something? No, do you know kind of way? Do you ever just look for people? You'd be like, I probably need you. That's a lot of money though for rent. But yeah, the crack when it comes to, especially when, like you said, when it comes to a Blitz, like I was watching online, just have a look and see other people's opinion. Fair enough, there's a lot of whingy people out there. I will take that into consideration. We'll talk about this. I also see like some of the shitty parts of it as well, right? Like if people are talking about like if somebody is taken down by the anti-cheat system or whatever it is, people are complaining at the fact that the anti-cheat system just bans me for no reason, you know, it just bans me for no reason. But the thing is, if you're like one of these content creators that has like, I have a contact and blah 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 blah, and you're getting yourself like unbanned because of a system that's not working, it doesn't, regardless if it's not working or not, it doesn't look well on the game. Because it could be a case that no one's going to believe you. You know what I mean? Like maybe you did get caught throwing up some script or whatever the heck you do to get ahead in the game, right? Whatever, right? But it's also the feeling of the unfairness of it. And I can see that side of it too, where people are looking at, like, some of these bans not getting taken seriously, or people circumventing the TOS by opening up a Smurf account or a second account, or manipulating the matching of the game. Stuff like that, you know? Thank you, darling. It was my friend, cousin, sibling, insert relative here. Like, they were hacking, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? But it's the, I don't know, maybe it could be the tone of the game, like the tone of the game in terms of the community or the vibe that you're in, I guess. Like the culture of it. Is that fair to say? It's the culture of the game. And again, because I'm playing Battlefield and talking about Call of Duty, it's not like I'm giving shit to Call of Duty. Not at all. Like, I just want to understand the mindset of why keep punishing yourself like this over and over. Even with Battlefield, I've heard people with all sorts of 2 cents, hackers, blah blah blah, wall hackers, aimbotters, da da da, all that stuff. Like, I haven't had a game experience myself personally where where I can be like, oh yeah, I've seen it and that's 100%, I've experienced it. I've only watched someone go through it and I still don't understand what I'm looking at. You know what I mean?
There's an uplink close by. Once it's active, we can send you some support.
So that's what I get confused with. Where the hell is this thing? What's there?
Uplink in place. Handshake complete. Call for support when you're ready.
We have a drive nearby.
I think we have a guy nearby. Never mind a drive. Like, the Battlefield vibe I get, like the culture around Battlefield, for myself, I can safely say I'm very comfortable. I can safely say I'm very comfortable. Anytime I've played this off stream and gone into voice in the lobbies, the only thing I see and experience is is this one odd situation where the guys that do have their mics on, like, they're not effing and blinding, like they're not as vocal as what they would as like when some people are typing in the chat or whatever, in the game itself, in-game chat. So far I've had nothing but laughing babies, and I'm not lying to that at all. Like, it's been nothing but laughing babies has been my experience so far with it. Like, it's the only odd thing I can really report in my own experience. Anytime I've gone into like Call of Duty, it's a mixed bag. Because sometimes it'll be like, oh yeah, this pretty sound person, blah 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 blah, and then there'll be shit. Exactly. The shit. Let's see if we can get back. Like Fortnite as well. That's also a mixed bag, and it happens with all grouping of the games. But I've never had heard too many other complaints from any other games. But I think it's a case of like maybe I'm not around that community to hear anything. Like for example, I don't hear anything about Apex Legends at all. No gossip. No messing, no nothing like that. I don't see it in articles very much. Doesn't mean it's not there. I don't know. That's the main thing, you know. COD could never be the same again. Once money is the priority with a company, there's just no room for passion anymore. Yeah, that makes that. Yeah, that's what makes it real sad. Is that when it turns into money. Gotta make that profit. Gotta make sure I get that money. Because it's all like, oh, I have so many. I have to keep the investors happy and the shares and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And you're sitting there going like, so if the game effing dies because you're prioritizing this, like, you're okay with it dying, you know what I mean? Because they're getting paid at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Enemy group there. Hostile tag.
That is an uneven number of people.
I'll get to you. Enemigo justo aquí. Long distance. Cancel that.
Shit, I can't ping you.
There's gotta be drives out there. Keep looking.
I see a data drive!
Oh my god.
Tracking a capsule entering the airspace. There's data drives inside. Grab them when it hits ground.
Enemy ranger there. A stealer.
Oh no, don't die, don't all die. Shit! This fish.
Hold fire. Ignore last shot.
You must
Don't.
They have to be here somewhere.
What's that? Tango here. 130 meters away.
Shit.
Extraction aircraft closing in. Won't be long now. We can get your squad mates back, but we can't send them in without an uplink. This area seems to be crawling with ground troops. Extraction aircraft on final approach.
Looks useful.
Come on, I'm running as fast as I can. Hey, Stefan. How are you? Sorry, my head is very into this. Are you well? I bet you look well. What's crack? Fuck.
Enemy reinforcements en route. You should be able to see their signal. I'm tracking another drive capsule. Dropping fast. Pickup is ready. Get on the aircraft.
Come on. Dead.
Uplink available close by. You need reinforcements, but we can't call in without an uplink.
Back it.
Uplink established. Hostile task force and extracted from the zone. Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark. 5, 4, 3,
Nope.
2, 1, mark. Your reinforcements have arrived.
Take cover!
Ready to data drive.
Look alive! Soldier down!
No!
I advise you to stop their signal if you can.
Assholes. Big fat juicy bums. Sorry, I was starting nose now. I get the luxury of bitching about it. Oh my god, I need to read up. At the same time, I have no idea how to run a company that big. So I don't know. Yeah, see, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is it. Like, I don't... Oh no. I don't know why. GG. Don't know why I said But, you're right. You're absolutely right. When it comes to these conversations, especially around the bar table, if you will, we don't know what the crack is truly. You know what I mean? But we can't help but be including the fact of the varieties that, like, yeah, maybe the priority is more money than keeping the passion of their gamers.
Lasco's fine. No title.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure there was, like, a former Xbox founder person or whatever. I have to double check the info, but they're even giving it out about the fact that he goes, oh yeah, like, all Xbox devices are dead. Like, all hardware are dead, apparently, allegedly. And I was like, what the hell? Because I was only having this conversation, like, ages ago with people when we were talking about, like, the evolution of console gaming itself. Like, it's not a far-fetched to think about, like, well, this is probably going to be the last generation of, like, hardware, right? We aren't seriously thinking about going PlayStation 6 and Xbox, you know, put in name X or S, whatever the hell they want to call it, you know? Like, those are questions that are obviously on the table, you know what I mean, in some conversations around the place when it even comes to the development of, never mind the games, when it comes to the consoles that are supposed to be platforming. Like, again, when it comes to physically owning your games, like I said, when it comes to even like Nintendo Switch 2 with the key cards, those in IT, like if you worked in IT, you'll probably remember this yourself. Anytime you had to do like authentication, you would either have a fob or something like that, right? Or sometimes it's a USB key that you have to plug in to say that you're authorized to have this, you know? Essentially, that's the same thing with discs. Essentially, that's the same thing. Even with a disc of Windows, like, you still be installing the rest of it online. But it's just to say, yeah, I'm allowed to have this. So, like, why are we buying useless plastic? Then in that case, I've had this conversation years ago when it came to, like, oh, with digital games and all that stuff. I remember saying, like, look, if you charge me cheaper for the digital over the hard copy of it, I will consider it more. It's no problem at all. You know, but like, you got to make a decision eventually when it comes to this, in my opinion. But when it comes to like, pacifying someone, like for example, I collect games that I enjoy, right? That I want to play with, that I have from my own childhood, my own nostalgia, right? And it's spread throughout everywhere, right? And I love the fact that I'm born in that era where I actually feel like I own my game, right? Regardless, right? I don't have to be tied down to DMRs or DRMs. At all when it comes to like a single player game and I have to have it online in order to install the rest of the game, like God of War, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I'm happy with the fact that I'm at this era, but like now I look back at it now, I'm like, oh, I wonder what the kids are gonna like be used to this, you know? But like, hey mammy, what do you mean you have a copy of this game physically? Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. It'd be completely weird. Where are these guys going?
You must find
You know what? I'm not wasting my time. Let's run. Mom.
Stay clear of the occupying forces when you can. Take them out if you have to.
Hostile fire!
Girl. I'm shooting you in between the legs, like.
Markers are drive!
Right.
A scanner says the drive's close. Tango there! 256!
They're down.
Enemigo Enemy infantry!
First data drive is secure.
Flag the hostile! 200 meters! Disregard!
They're moving down, buddy.
Looks useful!
Connection established. Support will be ready when you need it. Keep that signal active. Reinforce.
Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to call it. Damn it. Oh, let me read up. Okay, new consoles are basically going to be low-end PCs. Mid-tier, not low. Like, but, like, let's talk about the Xbox Ally, or whatever the hell they're calling it. You mean the ROG Ally X, or whatever the hell it's called. Like, you can pick up one right now in Medium, or not the Xbox version, but the original version. So, like,
You should be able to see their signal.
again, if people are like crying for a handheld, I was finally happy that they're bringing out a handheld. But the more I look at it, more I start squinting at the details, the more concerns I have.
We need that drive!
I don't come across as too ingy.
Huh, what's that?
You need a goddamn car.
Enemigo justo aquí!
Call in when you need help.
Shit!
One of the drives.
Looks useful!
Capsule coming in. That's our prize. Data drives for whoever gets there first.
How far away is it? 200 meters. 200 meters.
Hostile
Wow,
armor
I'm seeing
close
her.
by. Those occupying forces aren't screaming around. Watch out. Those are occupying forces. ETA's a little hazy. We're instruction aircraft's incoming.
What's that?
Mm.
We don't have a full squad. Get to an uplink so we can call reinforcements.
Come on.
Watch for an uplink nearby. If you find it and activate it, we can send you support. Uplink activated. Need some support? Give us a signal. Keep that signal active. Your reinforcements are close. Function complete. Go when you're ready. Your reinforcements have arrived.
I'm so unsure. Stop it.
That's what out there. You coming so far.
Engaging! Northwest!
Hell? Oh, no, 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 no. Shit! Shit!
Visual on enemy! Marty!
We can get your squad mates back, but we can't send them in without an uplink.
Oh my god.
Extraction aircraft closing in. Won't be long now.
Who would shoot him?
Stopped an enemy transport! 90 meters! Hostile vehicle on my radar!
Thanks, love. Alright, give me this. Good luck.
This is it. Extraction aircraft, final approach.
No!
Put down that signal if you want to stop it.
No! She was pissed.
Danger! About 70 meters from your position.
Oh my god. Let's see if this guy can get me back. Pablo Picasso, very good. Okay, let me read on. So, okay, at the same time, I have no idea how to run. Okay, I get the luxury of bitching about it. It's true, I suppose. New consoles are basically gonna be low end PCs. Lol, they're like low end PCs, more like they could end up being just streaming devices. Like I've said this so many times beforehand, and yeah, I'm sorry for harping on. The thing is that when we're looking at the likes of like an Apple TV device alone, like Stadia with a dongle, like 5 years ago when we were talking about Stadia and like how Stadia fell and all this other stuff in between, right? The idea and the concept is there. I think it's getting to the point where, and again, it's my own 2 cents, my own opinion, that some of these companies, maybe, and again, I'm not around the table at them, but it's also an option, you know what I mean? Is that they're going to highly depend on streaming as an option instead of like worrying about the physicalities of making a console, the labor that's put into that, you know, stuff like that of that nature.
Your squad mates up to danger drive. Find it fast.
Flag the hostile!
Another capsule full of data drives is coming in.
Give me a transport! Immediatamente!
Message received. Vehicle en route. Hostiles are calling for reinforcements. I advise you to stop their signal if you can.
Pick up your mate. Pick up your mate.
You need more firepower. Find an uplink. Use the signal so you can work with a full squad again. Uplink available close by.
Alright.
Uplink in place. Reinforcements coming in. Just maintain that signal.
Boo 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 doo boo. Drive, drive, drive.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. Your reinforcements are entering now.
Thank you.
I owe you! Empty transport there!
Did I impress you boys? Wait.
Tango here! Far away!
Hostiles calling reinforcements. You should be able to see their signal.
Yeah, she's down there.
Tag the threat!
I'm tracking another drive capsule. Dropping fast.
Stellar! Distance!
It's going after her. Go, go, go. You go ahead, guys. Go, 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 go. Go. Go.
Any final business? Wrap it up. The last extraction aircraft is coming.
Enemy vehicle marked.
I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm going. Go. Get it in. Go, go, go.
Hostiles signaling for reinforcements. Look for the signal.
Nice job.
There's an uplink close by. Once it's active, we can send you some support.
Another uplink.
This area seems to be crawling with ground troops.
I don't like the feeling of that. I don't like the feeling of this at all. Table.
Hostile soldier here. East. Enemy vehicle is spotted. Hostile transport. Hostile vehicle on my radar. 90 meters from my position. Hostile enemy vehicle. Anyone needs supplies? Got an enemy transport. 90 meters from me. Enemy vehicle marked. Enemies on my radar. Hostile fire team. 100 meters away. Stay alert. Hostile transport.
Mhm.
Extraction aircraft is closing
Tango
in.
here. 200 meters away.
That should be it for that enemy squad. But there are sure
Ooh.
to be more around.
There's more in the back.
Those data drives are hopefully the first of many. Great job.
I see a vehicle.
Extraction aircraft starting. Final approach.
Let's see, let's see, let's see. Do we have this?
Uplink nearby. If you find it and activate it, we can send you support. Coverage ready. Get on the aircraft.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We got someone in the back.
Get everyone aboard the aircraft.
That's the last order. Major sink.
Extraction aircraft has to go.
Oh my god, they're gonna try and kill us.
Explosive is set.
Oh, they missed it. They missed the flight. Good luck.
Even one drop
Good
is
luck.
good. The cause is good.
The cause is good. Bullets, guns, explosion. Maddie, what's going on? How are you? Isn't the Xbox S effectively already that, since it's not got any decent internal GPU? It's good. Yeah, it's a good way to provide a cheaper alternative during the silicon prices. Stephen, like, that's fair enough as well. Like, come here and I tell you something that a lot of people probably didn't see on their radar, or maybe just didn't even think about it. So the release of the Xbox One X and S, during that time, Xbox One S had a digital version of the Xbox One S, all digital. Well, not S. I think it was even the X, but either or, it was like a terabyte, and it was just an all digital console that Xbox released. About I think I want to say like 6 months, maybe less than a year after the fact. Could have been more though, depending on what way your memory is. But I remember that very vividly, like thinking to myself, it's like, well, if they're introducing an all digital console with just like a terabyte of memory, right, no disc, that would show that like maybe we'll have a taste and see how people feel about having a disc. You know what I mean? So the conversation there about disc space was already there. Now, if you take apart, if you go onto what's it called, iFix or Fix-It, that's usually the reference I use at any time I'm taking down any consoles. If you take apart one of the digital versions of an Xbox One XS or whatever the hell it could be called at this point, you will see like the exact same format in terms of the layout of how the console is structurally put together, but you will see that space where the hard drive is missing. Just a big space gone. That's it. And obviously the disk space, right? But that's what I meant. Disk space, not internal space. So like that in itself, like if you're thinking about creating an all digital / no worry about storage cloud based console, it's a useless idea, because if it's cloud based, you only need as an internet connection and obviously like something there to push out wherever you're connected to. So that could be like a Fire Stick. That could be like your, like everybody has a smart TV. Like the one thing on your apps on your telly is the first thing you have is YouTube, for God's sake, right? So like apps on the TV are already there, and it's already having that beginning where it talks about like, you know, connectivity being easier. Like I know me and Ginger Ale talked about it. She's like, oh, I'm using cloud on my smart TV, blah, blah, blah. So there's not really too many steps into thinking that, oh yeah, when it comes to actual like consoles themselves, is it a luxury price, is it, or a luxury product, is it X, Y, and Z? The reality of the situation is that my question is, and this is a question should be all be asking, is if I'm spending at least 500 plus bucks on a console for me to access my games, how quick is the obsolescence of that? Like how quick, like where's the cutoff line that like, oh well, no more consoles, you don't need them anymore because we're going to be connected to like just TV only, right? So you bought a €500 product for fuck all, if that is the case, you know? And that's why in my head, and again, my opinion, when it comes to talking about the evolution of consoles, because I like to collect, I like talking about it, I'm very passionate about it. I do not see, and I'd be very surprised to see, and I'd be welcome to that, if the idea of PlayStation 6 comes along. Because the only console conversation we're having at the moment when it comes to Xbox is a handheld. And that's what I'm seeing this conversation as. Because if the lads are able to get their shit together when it comes to Sony with their PS Portal, which it did take a little while for them to even come around to the idea of cloud, it was only a remote console. Basically like a Wii U. Like, you know what I mean? At that point, if you bought one, you could just remotely connect to it. And, you know, people are happy with that, and that's grand. That's all well and good. I'm not taking away from your grub, right? But if we're having a serious conversation when it comes to the consumer and everything else in between, like, I can't help but see that pattern. I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. And then even at that, like, we do not need a new generation of consoles every 6 to 7 years. 10 years should be fine. Yeah, but that's always been the case, really, at some points, you know, when it comes to this realm. Like, most consoles have been coming out in, like, these kind of, like, 6 to 7 year or 8 year periods, I guess. So, it's loads of stuff. Notorious Beebs! Thank you so much for the Ballerini. Welcome. I don't know why the alert's not working. Let's kill it together. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for choosing your flight this evening with Think Airways flight 000. Maybe it could be given at the moment. We're talking about all the fucks that we do give when it comes to consoles, when it comes to our gaming realms, when it comes to talking about things in between. Now, just remember, when we fire our customers from the plane, we put them outside through the door, 37 feet. Just so you know. Anyway, but no, it's all seriousness. It was just like, I have an ick feeling when it comes to having the conversation. Like I said, like ages ago when I was looking at like my collection, I was like, well, Nintendo brought out Switch 2 with all these bleeding key cards. Grand, way, that's fun. So does that mean collecting games is dead? Because even at that, like, we're having this argument beforehand. I'm sorry for harping on. Let me know if you want me to stop harping. But the, when we're talking about even collection editions, when it comes to collector editions, beg your pardon, the steel cases conversation we've had for the last, I want to say 5 years now at this point, maybe less. I want to say 5 years. That when you bought like the special edition and it has a steel case and an art book and blah, 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 only for you to open up the box and just says, here's a code. And you're like, so why did you press this steel box into the shape of a DVD disc or a game disc can be placed inside it? What is the mental capacity in the efficiency and the productivity and the satisfaction of the customer? Like, it's just fine. You have a steel case, but no game to put in fucking side of it. You need it. Yeah, you need a disc. You need a disc. Okay, Stephen. This is Stephen now. I also think that the industry are going to be cock blocking themselves from increasing resolution. Yet the jump from 1080 to 4K is taking ages. But I think it's going to make it even hard to jump to even higher resolutions like 8K or 12K. What's she talking about? We're talking about gaming, babe. Talking about video games. Talking about collecting. Hey, Joker. Welcome back. But like again, like it's all conversations that I like to have with you lads. And by all means, chime in your 2 cents. I don't mind it. I'd love to hear from it because it's a conversation that we need to have amongst us. But if you're sitting there, like I think I'm a little bit hurt in a way, right? With all these job cunts, and people are probably like, what are you talking about? Like, why would you be hurt? I'm sitting there and I support John Romero. And if you don't know who John Romero is, you're not a fucking gamer. You're not an FPF player. I'm sorry for being so harsh, but my God, it's all part of the assignment, okay? Okay? They're going through it as well at the moment with what's happening across the board. They put out their own statement. They're putting together ideas. I, on the other hand, I was like, if you ever put up a Kickstarter or some way that I can physically throw money at you to support your project, I will do that for the father of FPS. For a girl that literally has been loving her FPS forever, okay? I have no problem about that. This should be a big problem for everyone too, though, in my head. If the father of FPS is also getting affected by this, well, shit. Pick up your 2 cents to have that. Throw in your 2 cents, that's it. Imagine you're just on a kill streak and boom, commercial. Low back in, dead. Oh no, Blitz! I'm so sorry. Don't forget about John Carmack. That's it, yeah. That's it. That's it. But no, in all seriousness, I'm just sitting there going like, if you're not seeing this and like not thinking to yourself, well, like, did all these acquisitions of like all these studios and all of it, like, did it all make sense? Did it all make sense in the end? But that's what I'm talking about. I even had that argument on fucking Threads when it comes to AI stuff. Like, think of it this way, right? Hypothetically speaking, let's go Black Mirror, guys. Let's go Black Mirror, right? Let's go Black Mirror, right? Hypothetical world, right? So, this is what a Black Mirror episode would turn out, right? A shit ton of people get let go from a gaming studio or whatever, right? And they're charging X amount of money for said games at that time during, the cut downs, right? So, riddle me this. If people were like, okay, well, we've let go all the staff, but you know what? We're going to go ahead, we're going to use a bit of AI. And then in 2 years' time, we're going to charge you more money for the games that you're buying. Now, this is a Black Mirror world, by the way. This is not real, so if anyone's having a freak out, calm down. By the way, Walla Berry? Is it berry or beer? Type your name in the chat. I want to see. Is it wannabe? Sorry, because I'm just thinking if it's the theme park that's in the Netherlands. That's a great place. Anyway, the
Public established. Support is with you on your signal.
is she? Shit.
Friendly down!
Enemy reinforcements en route.
I'm gonna try and crawl my ass over here. Right, so continue on with me, right? Black Mirror situation, right? Currently, games cost about €80, right? And that's our reality. In a Black Mirror universe, right? What if, right? Studios start getting cut left, right, and center, right? And then the pushing of AI and all this other stuff that's going on in the world, fine, right?
Another data drive secured.
Then a new game is announced, right? Maybe it's a bit of nostalgia, maybe it's a whatever, right? It's a hype game. Maybe they're saying it's quadruple A. We don't know, right? This, again, it's a Black Mirror hypothetical situation. Now, knowing that people are getting let go and everything like this in this Black Mirror universe world that I'm creating for you right now, hypothetically speaking, would you be okay if they started charging you standard price of €100, knowing that the fact that all this stuff has happened? You know, they let people go, they're pushing more AI, creativity is feeling a bit rocky right now. In this Black Mirror universe, would you be okay? I don't think I'd be okay with it. Do you know what I mean? There is so many talented, wonderful people that do develop games, right? And I'm just kind of sitting there going like, could you imagine you wasted all of your time learning this skill only for it to be shoved out? And what effect would that have in that world for you as terms of a person who supports art? And that's the way I see it. And I know some people might think I'm an absolute loony, right? But I'm telling you the truth when I say to see it. I see my art like the books on my shelf. The games that I collect are like the stories that I have stored there. The box art, you know what I mean? The actual like the actual love and commitment that I have for like some of my things that I would go out of my way and I would tell people about the game and I would talk about the game and everything like that. You know what I mean? This is
secured. Nice work. Reinforcements coming in. Just maintain that signal.
as mad as.
You captured
Oh my god, Blitz, how come I never see your message? It always says retracted. Fuck no, I would give up game and full stop. Right, Brendan? Right, Breno? I'm telling you now, like, that's what would kill you, wouldn't it? Now, think of it this way. Would that cause, again, this is a hypothetical Black Mirror conversation we're having here, okay? This is not real life or anything like that. My god, okay? Now, in my opinion, when I think about this in a more kind of like, oh, let me just kind of like think about this more clearly. So, in this crazy world, oh shit, look at this, right? So the lads go ahead and they're like, well, we have AI, we have less staff, we should be able to pump out another game, and we're going to charge them more money for what it is actually from last year, a year or two ago, okay? And if that is like the audacity of the attitude of hypothetically, again, Black Mirror situation, okay? Would it be fair to say that the whole idea of gaming would just burst? Because now you're going to set limits. And you're forcing people onto subscription bases, you know what I mean? Like in that kind of case. Again, Black Mirror hypothetical situation, not talking about real life. Just mulling it over. Like, that's what...
Hostiles are calling for reinforcements.
That's what makes me, like, concerned. You know?
Good find. Data drive secure.
That, like, the foot would perfectly be placed. I feel. In that kind of situation. Oh, Murray, good lad, you're coming in with your 2 cents. Oh my god, thank you so much. Hang on. I'll read that in a moment, sweetheart. What's the crack? C-R-A-I-C. It was close. We'll give you a star for trying though. It was close. Every day is a school day. Murray! Murray! I love talking to you about this stuff, man. Thank you for the sub. Fired on Twitch. It's live. It's real. I see you right there, bitch. And break it down.
Hostiles calling reinforcements. You should be able to see their
You're
signal.
fabulous. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I'll eat them alive. And you know that. And you know that, Marie. Okay, let me read up what Marie said because I'm very, 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 like, you know. Okay, spot on. It's even worse. Xbox Microsoft wants you to only have Game Pass and rent all their games digitally from them. And they keep pumping up the price. They thought they could do it, but do it with buying half of the industry and hope to bait Sony and Nintendo to do the same, as they knew
Getting close.
they didn't have the deep pockets Microsoft does, so they would be able to outlast everyone. But both Sony and Nintendo didn't take the bait, and PC Master Race are just like Microsoft, and MS and / Xbox are cooked in gaming wise. I think it's a mixed bag. AI stuff can be useful. Yeah, I agree with you. Very useful in terms of like having the tools, right? Totally agree. Oh, I need to get into this game. I'm going to read everyone's opinions now in 2 seconds. But this is what I'm talking about as well, is that like I'm looking at it from like I don't want people to lose their jobs. I get it when it comes to like AI and everything like that. Like I understand that like these businesses are making these decisions, and again, we're not behind the feckin' table of it. But what we all cannot unsee is that when they're making these decisions, and it's a big hoopla about, oh yeah, this is going to be great, and da 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 da.
Your aircraft is on the ground.
Coming in and dropping your suit. Book these odds, it's real, it's live, it's happening on Twitch. And break it down. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the shit out of you, Steve. Shit!
Hostile task force is extracted from the zone.
Huh, what's that?
I need a freaking
Uplink connected. Call in when you need help.
I'm not an idiot.
I'm tracking another drive capsule. Dropping fast.
I'm not an arsehole. On.
Ordering a ranger here.
Care package is on its way.
Go ahead, ranger.
See what's outside. Oh, Gavin! I can't spell it, damn it. You're fine. The true Irish spelling. Yes. By the word of the Lord of Ireland. Which there is none, but anyway. Oh, let me read up. I think it's a mixed bag. Small business who can't afford to spend a fortune to it. But I think in a large business overuse it. It should be treated as a substitute, not... Yeah, but not in addition to... Yeah, like in that kind of state, I totally understand that, and I totally can agree with that. You know what I mean? To an extent, absolutely. Like when it comes to small businesses, yeah, sure. Like when it comes to having assistance with AI, like if you're building yourself up as a business, yeah, that makes sense, right? Obviously, in terms of the productivity, like yeah, it does help out. I use AI now and again, especially when I'm doing my research. You know what I mean? When I'm trying to figure out stuff in my own head. I don't overly use fucking for pictures or anything like that. Which I see like a bunch of people doing, which is fine, right? That's their lives and that's their channels. They can do whatever the fuck they want in that aspect. I don't control that. But when it like, I agree with you. But when it comes to the big biz and how they are going to be conducting themselves. And especially if it's a case of like, again, it doesn't look well. We don't know if it is the case at all. Like, oh, they're letting go people just so they can have AI just do all the work for them because they're cheap. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
New capsule
I don't know if that's the real conversation. I've no idea. But what I do see is it does not look good. It doesn't look well, even if it isn't. It doesn't look well. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks the likes of Game Pass is ruin gaming. I've had this conversation with people, and I'm every which way about it at this point, because it's kind of like, Jesus Christ. Gotta get up higher without being caught. Nope. No, no, no. Nope, no, no, no. I went out. I'm gonna die. I need to get a car. I need something. I don't know if any of these lads are gonna see me. Hold on, I'm gonna read up everything. Oh, Slaney! Sorry, hey Tink, I need to jump in the Haz Zone with you soon. We've been trying to get 3 trophies for it. Oh, really? Found it to be the most frustrating game mode. Yeah, you gotta have some patience when it comes to babe. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if anyone else is alive. I guess. No, 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 no!
Could be a problem.
I don't.
Tango there.
You need reinforcements, but we can't call in without an uplink.
110 meters. Hostile tag. Enemy infantry. Hostiles closing in. 300 meters away.
Where are they shooting?
Extraction aircraft is closing in.
Enemigo justo aquí.
Can't be serious, Tink, really?
Tag the threat. Flag the hostile.
Occupying forces have vehicle backup near your position.
Cheeky! Where the hell is she?
Extraction aircraft started.
Hostile
Final
soldier.
approach.
300 meters. Enemy infantry.
Whoa!
Extraction aircraft on the ground. Occupying forces have a vehicle in play. You're close to it. Keep an eye out.
Oh my god, I'm gonna miss the flight.
But the pilot can't wait long. No time left. Gotta fly.
Ah! Haha! Like Britney Spears all up in the shit. Anyway, hold on, let me read up in people's sense, because I like to listen to people's 2 cents. How's the rule of games? Give your 2 cents. Give your 2 cents. It can impact the sale of games for devs and potentially cause companies to not make sequels of gaming because maybe they can't afford it, especially with indie devs. See, that's what I like. And to be fair, Brendan, I'd like to just to unravel your point as well, because I often have this conversation or thought as well when it comes back to when how much are those people getting for the game that they make, right? So say for example they're making a big game and it's AAA and and it costs like, I don't know, like let's just say for the sake of just whatever, right? Costs 100 million yo-yos, right? 100 millions, right? And they're like, okay, well what we're gonna do is instead of having a big launch, because you know the way like the game would launch, right? Early access, and people are paying like 15 euros for 3 days only for the game to be available on Game Pass, or a week or whatever it is, right? Okay? So this whole like fear of missing out, in my opinion, right, is also not helping. Because I really want to know, like, how much are you getting at the end of the project of, like, someone's paying a subscription? Do they get paid on installation? Is it paid on, like, you know, on that metric? Is the game going to stay in favor of, like, Netflix? You know what I mean? They have an awful habit of chucking shit out the fucking window, right? When it comes to, yeah, sure, like, it didn't do well in the first 2 weeks, so we're going to just chuck and cancel it and blah, 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 you know. That side of it, I'm kind of worried about. You know, I'm not saying necessarily like Game Pass or PSN or anything like that is going to be like that, but it does feel like I need to understand this, because if the mentality of like some Netflix or whatever it is like, well, if it's not going to do well in the first week or the first 2 weeks, it's to the fucking back with you. You know what I mean? So that's why I question, like, say for example, like, what if I want to make a game, and what if like. And I know for a fact that, like, oh, Game Pass is, like, the platform where you need everyone to see your game, right? Same way with, hey, like, if I'm advertising something and, you know, I really want everyone to, like, you know, pick up when it comes to social media, I need to have a social media account to have it all on all platforms. Why? Because people use those platforms to discover things. So I'm having to do that, which is fine, right? But it's also in a case of, like, right, so if my marketing is doing well and everything like that in between, right? I should be able to push my game and it should do well, but like I need to have. Is it a case that I have to have it on Game Pass at this point? Because it feels like a lot of games have to go on Game Pass now, you know, for you to access it. So that's why I kind of like I get very probably not communicating great, obviously, you know. So point me when I'm wrong. But it's always a question of me in my head going like, wait, if I made a game like and I put it on the Game Pass, like how is the how does it work out in terms of what I'm getting out of it? Like, what am I harvesting here? You know what I mean? Like, obviously I'll have like, you know, the users and everything like that. Like, is there going to be a promotion on it? Do I have to pay more from my game to be promoted on Game Pass? You know what I mean? Like, is there like some kind of things? Those questions. I know I'm not a developer, but like, I really want to know. I want to understand it. I want the transparency of it a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I may not know everything, but I just want to have an idea. Because again, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, what if I want to buy an IP and I want to push that out on consoles, right? Not PC, well, just PC as well, you know what I mean? But like, throw that out there as well. Like, what are the steps? Like, is it worth it for me in the end? Is it really worth it for me? Because if it's a case of like, maybe I do well with one IP and I'm like, okay, we did well with this IP and now somebody wants to have an acquisition, but if I get acquired by them, is there a point where that project will never come out and it gets shelved because people are doing things with money and stuff and whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't like there's too many variables. But then again, I like having this conversation. So, let me read up. Okay. I also think that wouldn't be surprised me if they tried to bin the whole gaming division to fund their obsession with AI in general. Like, everybody's talking about that though as well. When I say bin it, I mean like sell it, hopefully, and not shut it down. Like, that's it. I know what you mean. Like, you used to do tidy up and writing for public facing tech since. Yeah, that's fair. Like, when it comes to AI, and like, again, like, if you're using it as a tool, like, I use it as the tool. I use it for my research, and I can't spell for shit, so sometimes I'll run it through that, or Grammarly, you know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. Big part also is the rampant capitalism, and this constant chasing of profits and growth constantly at all costs has got to reach a breaking point. That's what I'm talking about. There's going to be a burst at some point. Big companies are going to just destroy everything. Well, we don't know, but just the whole idea of it, if it just keeps going the way it's going, what they got to do when no people have jobs because AI does everything. Like, who is going to be the customer, as nobody will have jobs to earn money? Well, if everything goes into AI, I suppose. It depends on the job too, though. I don't think Game Pass has ruined gaming. I think it's ruined Xbox, unfortunately, though, as they have conditioned their audience not to buy games, and Game Pass isn't growing. So they are now focused on to fire all their exclusives onto every platform. It's yeah, and that's the thing as well. Like when we're talking about like the exclusivity, likes of your Forzas or you know your whatnots. But Helldiver's coming over the other way as well. So it's kind of like I don't know what we're doing. There's no console wars in my head at all. Someone says like, oh my god, there's handheld console wars. There isn't. Calm down. And I'm saying this from like someone who's been around for a long freaking time doing this. There isn't. No one's struggling like for it. Like, no one's literally having fights on TikTok. I'm like, my console could beat up your console because like no one. Zero. Force to fire all their exclusives on to get sales, which has had an effect on the Xbox fans, saying, what's the point of having an Xbox when I can play all the games and PlayStation exclusives on PlayStation 5 or PC or whatever? Weird strategic decisions for Microsoft seems bad. What do you think? I don't know if they're totally like, obviously, again, we're not at the table, so we don't know what's having the conversations left, right, and center when it comes to this stuff. But what I do know is that it doesn't feel like the consumer and the gamer is really, really focused, right? And when I say this, it's because of the cuts. It's because of the closures. It's because of games getting released that are half-assed and being told to us like, yeah, you have to take this. Only for people to have to contact, for example, PlayStation over Mind's Eye, right? To ask for refunds, and those guys don't give refunds digitally. And the fact of the matter that they're giving refunds digitally and saying this is a gesture of goodwill, I don't know what the conversation is that they're having around here, but it's not honest. It really isn't. It's not an honest conversation. Last time we really like put our foot down and be like, what the is this fucking shit?
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
It's gonna get you. It's gonna nibble your toes. I don't know why we say nibble our toes. I think it's just for us. We're into it. It's our thing now. If anyone asks. Anyway. But again, like, this is the thing is that, like, I'm not happy with everything that's going on. Like, I've had this debate about cancelling my subscriptions. Like, and I'm sitting there going, like, but I can't cancel my subscriptions because I need access to the internet to play my multiplayer games. So, like, you have me in a bind, Microsoft and PlayStation. Like, you know what I mean? You have me in a bind. I could easily say, you know what? Shove this shit. Sell off all of my latest consoles because they're useless, essentially. Right? Am I wrong? Then let me know. I'm not trying to be too harsh, but let me know. Like, we're having a conversation. This is what I should do. I can keep the Nintendo, obviously. I'll keep the Nintendo Switch because I'm not getting a Switch 2 anytime soon. The PlayStation and the Xbox will just have to go. And I'll just move off onto PC. You know why? Because they're not charging me a subscription to go and play with other people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at that point. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I said, okay, and just go over PC. You know what I mean? And just stop having my collection and stuff like that. Stuff that I really enjoyed. Something that I look forward to. Gone. But we all know everything comes to an end when it comes to nice things, so we're not like overly surprised. Do you think Phil Spencer needs to leave Xbox? I cannot say that. I don't know. Like, I don't even know if he's the top lad. I've met Phil Spencer. I've met Phil Spencer at the Fan Fest of 2018. Oh, thank you so much for the really welcome. Ezengel? Sashel? Did I say that right? I wonder if that's bad language. But anyway, welcome. You're going to correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. But again, like, but when it comes to having conversations, like, I don't know, like if Phil is the main lad that makes all those choices all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a board. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of people having the conversation. You know? AI is basically my spell checker. It is. It's my spell checker too. Do you think he's greedy? I am anti-AI. Argue with the wall. That's it. Fight me. Mind's Eye is so weird. Yeah, the Mind's Eye. Like, and it's, you know what's really sad is that I seen an interview of the actor who played the main character in Mind's Eye, and you could just see it on him. He was like, what the hell? Like, what was this? You know? And that impacts his career.
Good luck and good hunting.
You know what I mean? Like, let's start a handheld war online. I think we should. You know what? Bring back a Sega console. Feck everything else. There's no one there.
Flag the hostile! Multiple tango stab! Far away!
Feed it bad data. I miss my co-pilot every day. Oh yeah, I'm always shouting at Gemini. I love it. I always give out to him and I'm like, no, the correct way of doing it is this, this, and this. Like, I was talking to my AI about my GPU and all that stuff, and he kept going like, you're 1080 Ti, and I was like, can I just point out something to you very obvious? I was like, it's not pronounced Ti when it comes to this GPU, the 1080 Ti. It's 1080 Ti, not Ti. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll note that down for next time. I was like, note that down going forward. Note this down for next time. Shit! Ding Ding died. I love giving out to my AI. And it doesn't take its people, so.
I need a transport vehicle at my marker. Support is en route. Hostiles are signaling for reinforcements.
I saw rumors of a possible new Dreamcast. Yeah, right. I think what we should do is, if you saw rumors, I think we should just continue on and start those rumors.
Friendly fell! Be careful!
Hack doesn't work.
Copy made. I'm still unclaimed. You're short-handed. Call in for reinforcements when you can.
Oh, that's where they are.
Watch for an uplift nearby. If you find it,
Get in the-
we can send you support. Hostiles calling in reinforcements. You should be able to see them.
Come. He's an. Boss man.
Full strength.
Boss man, I broke my arsehole on the ground. We're all dead. You got this, buddy. Come on, we go in and do it again. Anyway.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer.
Gavin, thank you so much for throwing in your 2 cents. Phil Spence and Todd Howard, the best of CEO, both need to be unseated and replaced with new people. The things they're both doing are killing the industry services. But would anyone be as daring to start a petition for such an action, though? Do you think do you think a lot of people agree? Squanch. Thank you so much for your 2 cents, by the way. I'm not trying to be an arse. I really want to dig in, because the only thing in my head is like, I want to be able to move forward, something practical. You know what I mean? Things they're both doing is going to the industry and the services that they claim are allegedly stronger than ever and booming. It's hard to believe when we're seeing about 9,100 should I say, people getting let go. Find that very hard to believe.
Reinforcements en route. You should
Very
be
hard
able
to
see their
believe.
signal.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah, everything's going great. We're just flying.
It'll be a while.
Scratch that.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die!
One of these squad is down. Their data drives are in the open.
Shit. Oh, lurk away, darling, while you're waking up and listening to the conversation. Oh, thank you so much for listening in. I love them to go back to the days when they were more aggressive and had an identity like 360 days. Who was in charge then? I think it might have even had been... I think it was Don Matrix. It would have been Don Matrix back in the 360 days. Whoever said was the reason they lost the Xbox One gen, which was so bad at launch in the Xbox One Media Center. Oh my god. I feel like I need to write my blog about this. Go so much flowing through me. Yeah, I tell you now, like, if you want to have a good kiki ha ha and a tee hee conversation, Murray, you know where I'm at, love. Sure, we worked with each other. Cheers. If that's the case, we can get rid of Randy Pitchford from Gearbox. Leaving a USB full of files for what was Borderlands 3 and also had prawn, I will say, on it, allegedly, which was a red flag, allegedly. So, okay. Didn't hear about that. Jesus Christ. Didn't hear about that situation at all.
Once it's active, we can send you
Oh, come on, buddy. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, I think it was Phil Spencer himself who said that and this is quotes obviously coming in from Squanch. For those who are listening on the YouTube side, obviously enough, that the Xbox in the industry is stronger than ever. We're experiencing a boom or something along the lines of that. Oh yeah. I'm nearly sure there's an article or something we can pull up for 100%.
Hostiles are calling for reinforcements. I advise you to stop their signal if you can.
What's on the right there?
Oh, don't get it, it's a trap. Oh, boss man, don't get it, it's a trap.
Ignore last call.
Extraction aircraft on final approach. I'm tracking another drive capsule. Dropping fast.
Have a look down here. Come on, boss man, we're gonna have a quick look and see what we're dealing with. There we go.
Attack that threat. Fix that.
Hostiles calling reinforcements. You should be able to see their signal. Extraction aircraft has arrived.
Catching a ride, forget this. Go. Up. Shit. Not good. Whoa! Jesus, that's not what I wanted. Come on, bring me up one more. Why can't they let me up any further? What the shit? Stop blowing me that way.
Has to be only a few days left unsecure.
Come on, up. Oh, this is useless.
Another capsule full of data drives is coming in.
Wait.
Mark, 200 meters.
They're calling reinforcements. Put down that signal if you want to stop it.
Got an enemy
Jesus. No idea where she's going, but I want her car.
Hostiles closing in. 200 meters away. Hostile.
Somebody's shooting somebody from somewhere. Let me run this way. Where's she going?
Enemy infantry. Distant. Tango there.
Where's she at?
Probably fewer unsecure drives out there than before, but
Hostile
still
tag.
plenty to
Far
find.
away.
Come on. Stick your stupid face up.
Flag the hostile.
Can't see me now.
Hostile activity. Long distance.
Mmm.
Your squad mate dropped a data.
No!
Fast.
Back! Boss man, I know we just met today, but no! Bastard. Oh, let me run up the steps and see what we get. Probably gonna die on this, but sure. I'm sure it'll be fine.
New capsule spotted. Coming down fast.
Fresh meds here. Hostile vehicle on my radar. Distant.
Be here. Got.
Got a drag with me.
The final extraction aircraft is on its way. This will be your last chance to get out.
It's gonna be interesting.
Enemy transport. Far away. Hostile tag.
Ha! Get straight in with the good. And get out of here. You arsehole. Get out of his face now. And break it down. You're amazing. I love it. Get out of here, shut the fuck up and take my money. I love it. Thank you so much for being so deadly. I really appreciate it. Sorry, my head is very lifted into this. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. A lot of drama. A lot of drama.
Struck down enemy transport. Long distance.
Where's that girl? Who's shooting? Oh.
Enemy infantry.
This bitch.
Enemigo justo aquí.
Impossible.
Flag the hostile. Distant. Tango there.
Are they all? Oh, they're all occupied with each other, so I'm okay with all of this. I might die doing this.
Enemy infantry. Far away. Enemigo justo aquí. Flag the hostile.
I don't know if you're gonna see me.
Hostile tag. Long distance.
Mm-hmm. The hell's the car? Mm-hmm.
Tango there. Hostile soldier. Distant.
Don't know if she knows.
Flag the hostile.
Hmm.
Extraction aircraft is closing in.
I'm probably gonna die doing this. Probably gonna die doing this.
Secure the zone. Be Aircraft inbound.
Ah! Sorry, boss man. So sorry. GG nonetheless, love. I can't hear you. My headphones is a bit wrecked, so I'm assuming nice things. So I hope you have a nice one. Thanks, buddy. I'm sure he's like, no problem. And that's the thing. Like, I'm happy to even jump into. I feel more comfortable jumping into Battlefields in game, having a chat without feeling like, oh, someone's gonna tell me to feck off and make them a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, fucking stupid shit like that. Oh god. Anyway, having to explain myself. Okay, let me read up. I'm gonna read up. It also raises the question too: why are you constantly monopolizing by buying up and then taking ownership of all these studios and development teams if you're just going to gut them all and lay waste to the industry? See, and that's the thing that I'm saying about when it comes to trust. I've lost some trust with it, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm much more wary, you know, and I don't want that feeling. Maybe if they hadn't been so focused on the war of PlayStation and Sony and expanded so damn quickly, they wouldn't have put themselves in this situation. But yet, as usual, they are trying to place the blame everywhere else except for upon themselves. And that's the thing as well, is that like when it comes to having this conversation, I get it that like when it comes to the brand and it may be the stock and it may be the product and it may be la 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 la. But if you are not transparent with your customers to a point, obviously enough, you're not like giving away like becking up and coming things that are still in NDA or anything like that. No, not at all. Like when it comes to just being honest with the consumer, if something is broken and something is not working, just be straight. Like it's like with any relationship, a friendship, even, right? You know what I mean? You don't want to hear something from someone where you're finding out everything of the facts from somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to like a person or in this case a brand or whatever it may be that you trust, you know? Maybe you built up a fondness for a game and therefore you're part of that brand and whatever it may be. Maybe it's a case of like, for example, like myself growing up on gaming and consoles, especially on consoles, because we were never a PC house at all in my house. It was all consoles. So like when it came to even like that side of it, you know, it hurts and it hinders the progression of where we want to be when it comes to Battlefield, or where we want to be when it comes to Call of Duty or Destiny or whatever game, put anything there. For me personally, all I want to do is like, I'd rather have the transparency of what's going on. If like something is not happening, I'd rather have that transparency. The one I wanted to say earlier, as an example, was like during the whole like Project CDK Red and the whole Cyberpunk saga. Like if we all remember right, let me change scenes for the sake of being dramatic. If we all remember right, when it came to the game itself, like I remember waiting for it like everyone else. Everyone's seen trailers for it at like E3 and Gamescom and all whatever the advertising was of building up the hype. But the thing is that really kind of like hurt me, I guess, is when the game did come out and we were talking about like, you know, the way people get a review copy of the game. And people were like, oh yeah, well I got a review copy of the game, but it only works on PC. There's no review copy for console. And people were like, that's a bit weird. You know what I mean? And that's before the game is even launched. And then the game gets launched, and then it's all these sorts of problems start just coming up, right? And then the lads had to put out a statement, to be frank, right? I don't know if they had any of your choices, but to be frank with the situation, okay? And we all knew what impact it made. The hype of the game got absolutely decimated because of these things, because they weren't being transparent with the situation. If they were to turn around to us consumers and gamers and be like, listen, I know you're really looking forward to this game, but we just need a little bit longer for it to bake, I'd be fine with that. Because you are telling me the truth. If you're telling me the truth, you know what I mean? Like, I can only take the words that are coming out, you know, of the statements. but you know, words are words and actions are actions. So you know what I mean? Like you're either gonna walk the walk and, you know, talk the talk and do both, or you're just talking shite. You know what I mean? And just hoping that I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm dumb enough. I expect that. But like, in fairness, when the game got absolutely ridiculed and I needed time and they fixed everything and everything like that and everything else in between, and then like the DLC came out, you know, people were loving it. But it's unfortunate that I actually had to skid on its knees first before it was able to stand up. And that is just and that's the fault of whoever is controlling that narrative, that expectation, that situation. Like, I don't think they fully understand this at all. No, like, not many people at all are hyped for day one at all because of these issues. Not everybody is hyped for it. But if the conversation was to go like, we're going to have a transparent conversation, a frank conversation with our consumers, with our gamers, those who've been around us for years, those who want to support us, have a frank conversation. Be like, this is taking too long, or this is a situation that has happened, and therefore X, Y, and Z. If they had a transparent conversation with us, we wouldn't be sitting here wondering when the next bunch of layoffs are happening, wondering when the next closure is going to happen, wondering when the next cancellation is going to happen, wondering when the next X, Y, and Z, insert disappointment here, here, and here. Like, it's getting too many at a very, very often rate. Again, we're having these cuts now in July. We only had cuts in May. Where are we at with this? You know? I miss... Okay, hold on, let me read up. Zess. Hello, darling. I miss when developers actually cared about games they're creating. It's all about rushing the process to please the demand of the people. I think... Well, let me read up the rest of this and I'll throw in my 2 cents. When in all honesty, the true demand of people is to take your time and actually give a shit about your game and finish it entirely before you release it. Yeah, no, that's exactly that's my mindset as well. Like, gone are the days. Gone are the days. I think it's the case of like, maybe it isn't just like, you know, again, this is there's so many chefs in the kitchen, right? So I don't know if one person is giving the call out, going like, this has to be deadlined right now. And the reason why stuff would be deadlined, right, in any situation, is to do with money, right? And like, again, like, you're gonna have to teach me if I don't know, and this is again my 2 cents and my understanding of it, right? But if people are pushing out games or a project, be it a game, be it a movie, right? If they're pushing out shit just because, oh, we gotta hit this third quarter because of bonuses, and basically you're telling me, right, we're gonna push this out because we need to get paid. We don't care about what it looks like. Just shove it out the door. We just want our money. Is that the way we're going to be doing things? Because like that just, if it is a case of like, maybe the excuse is, oh, like, we're trying to cater to the demand of the people. Who's screaming? Like, unless the project was set at a certain date back 3 fucking years ago and we are now 3 years beyond it, yeah, sure, cry, that's fine, I get it, right? If they're giving us a deadline and now we're like 3 years beyond the fact or whatever, right? Fine, I get it. I totally get it, right? But outside of that, I don't see anyone crying. You know what I mean? I don't see anyone fucking whinging. Do I? Unless I'm wrong. Like, unless you are a very passionate bunch of gamers that are like, no, we want Black Ops 7 now. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it's just, yeah, it's tough. If that's the case, that we can get rid of, oh yeah, I read that. Sorry about that, Brendan. Anyone who disagrees with that sentiment isn't a true gamer. Like, I don't know. Like, it is a case of like having a real conversation at the end of the day, just seeing what the crack is. I think there was a problem with CD Projekt Red, was they're really close to not being able to afford the oven, so it couldn't bake. Well, again, and I always say this, is like, I really think, why is that Gaming Squad? I'm gonna allow this, but I'm gonna point this out. You know the auto mod with Twitch, right? You know, held the message for reasons. sex-based term. Apparently, hole, Hole, is a sex-based term. Anus, I get, right? But that's a more of a scientific thing. You know what I mean? You wouldn't go into, well, you can go into your doctor and say, me holes at me, that works. But if you really want to be scientific, you're like, my anus hurts. For someone who's out there, listen, come here and I tell you something, Twitch, right? If you're having to auto-mod anus and hole, motherfucker, the only person that's fetishizing that shit is you. Like, I'm not sitting here going like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm not doing any of that stuff. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I personally think it's because they dug themselves in a financial hole of debt so large that they were rushing the games that are incomplete. They're charging out the anus. And you know the horrible thing is that you could have said ass and that probably would have passed through. But anyway, we won't fight it, Squanch. Then making cuts to developers and then demanding more from the consumer base, so on. It's a monster their own making. I think it's terrifying that they're going under. Like, it is. It really is. I think Ting put an exception in place because how much I used to say it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did say it was fine, right? It will hold whole, but not, yeah, not the C word, yeah. It will hold the world. This is how silly Twitch automod is, right, in my opinion. And if anyone out there is like, oh my god, I could faint because he said anus, I don't know what to tell you, but I cannot recruit you for the end of the world, right? Take that information what you mean, right? But if it is the case that like Twitch is holding messages because it sees the word hole and anus as a sex-based term, I am so confused. You go around like you're Puritans, but you're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, how righteous of a platform could we be? How righteous? Oh, we don't dare to say hole and anus. We'll hold on our automat because it's a sex-based term. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm having all these weird thoughts and feelings. Go and talk to someone. Don't put your shit on me. I don't know why I get so mad about this, but it really pisses me off. When someone goes out of their way and they'll be like, it's like, you're the only one that's fetishizing that, right? You're the only one that's like getting like, with it, you know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't sign up for this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for choosing your flight this evening with Think Airways Flight 000. Maybe a fuck up be given at the moment. It's here to remind you that at the end of the day, if you're sitting there going like, oh my god, they said a sex-based term, you are not 12. Because this channel is supposed to be over 18, right? And if you want me to keep you treating like an adult, I will not kick you off this plane. Thank you. Bossman! Hello! Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Squatch? Am I wrong? Am I? I don't think I am. Like, again, if you're in a church, don't be throwing that word all over the place. You might get the priest going. I don't know, right? I don't know. I'm not there. I can't really say, right? But still, no parachutes included. Absolutely not. No parachutes included. Absolutely not. That's. Do you know we're live on YouTube as well? Have you opened up a tab? Have you subscribed to the YouTube? Have you? Building up those numbers there. Speaking of which, speaking of building ourselves up, I think what I need to do now is I'm gonna get myself ready for dinner. We had barbecue yesterday and I have leftovers, so I want to make like a sandwich with it, like, you know, 2 big barbecue sandwiches with it. You know what I mean? Like make my own mac rib, but like with real meat. So, hold on. Let's see here. Right. For the lads on Twitch, I'm going to set up a raid. It was a pretty quiet and chill one today, I tell you what. I tell you what. It was pretty decent. Let me see here. Because I know, like, there's a couple of things happening today. Because, you know, a lot of things have happened over the weekend. The lads out in 4th of July. Shout out to the lads in Texas. That's going through all of that stuff right now, because I've been to San Antonio, I've been to Houston, I have nothing but really, really, really nice memories of the people being there and what they're going through right now. Because I have a daughter myself, it's painful. So my heart goes out to the lads out there that are going through it all. You know what I mean? And I really do, I really, really do hope for better days for you, because this must be awful, and my heart goes out to people over. I get really teary-eyed just thinking about it, sorry. Because I seen it was on Sky News, and I was like, Jesus, no. But also, it's the anniversary of 7/7 today. For those who may not be in the know, and they're like, what the hell is 7/7? It's like your 9/11, but in London, you know what I mean? So that's the anniversary, 20 years today. That's happened as well. So just me thoughts there, because I was only thinking about it today, because it was like, oh, it's the anniversary or 7/7. It's been 20 years. I'll never forget where I was for 7/7. I was working in a call center, and it was always busy in that call center. And one day it just started getting really, like, we got into work, we're starting work, but it's really, really quiet, and people are like, oh, I gotta check, if the lines are working, all this other stuff. And no one could figure out what was wrong, and we only realized that our main system for our VoIP, or your IVR system, your phone systems and all that, was based in London, and all the lines are clogged up. So that's how we found out, and we had to put on a telly and watch. That was a long time ago. Did you hear about the Animal Sanctuary, the one with the Twitch channel that streams visits sometimes? They got wrecked. They're out in Texas. Kansas City is the barbecue capital of the world. Is it? I'll fight someone on this. I will have to go and see. I'll have to go and see. Hold on. Let me just set up the what's it called? Raid. That's the word. Oh, Smokey's on. I wonder if he's going to be on longer. I'll throw you over to Smokey. For those who don't know Smokey is also a wonderful Battlefield player. And if you haven't, I'm telling you now, if you haven't followed the channel or even subscribed on YouTube, why are you giving yourself 7 years of bad luck? I'm just saying, you just better push that button. You know what I mean? Hit the thumbs up on the video and all that stuff on YouTube, just to be sure. Throw a comment below, make sure you're covered. Okay? I could take away the bad luck for you. Just need to do those things for you. You know what I mean? I didn't make the rules. By the way, tomorrow, what's happening tomorrow, I think? Battlefield. If you want to join me again, like, I always want people to join now. This is the last few hours of the Battlefield best of 24 for the week, in terms of, like, the season 1, season 2 shinies. I like to collect the shinies. There's freebies that you need to claim, so if you haven't claimed your freebies, like, I don't know what I'm going to tell you, but you can figure it out. You're big girls and boys. But again, if you haven't done all the pushing of buttons, do so. But I want to say thank you to everyone that's, like, joined in, especially in having your 2 cents as well. I love talking about the game and news stuff with you guys, and I'm still trying to figure out stuff like that, and I'd love to do more of it. You know what I mean? It's just, maybe it's my anxiety. I don't know what it is, but we'll get there. The conversation were really, really good, though. I want to give a shout out to that. So join the Discord. I threw in the articles that I was reading. If I think I'm missing one article, I'll find it and I'll throw it in that I was reading earlier. But join the Discord nonetheless. I'd love to have you. Right, now go on. Be good for Smokey. He lets me know. I'm going to have dinner. Now go on. Have a nice one.